Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck is fucking? How did you do fucking fuck? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's birds. There's squirrels. Come on. We'll bless them all until the end for stricken. Join me.
Well, Sparkle Farts, all things being equal, you are technically correct.
Try to relax your anus.
See my cracker? Oh, come on, I'll take you home.
What?
Twisted dude!
Show me your dick! That's nasty! You're a pervert!
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. That was a little loud. I'm sorry. All right. We've got a show for you today. Going to be a fun one. Hope you're ready to buckle in. We're going to go till 5:30-ish. Might end a little early. I've got an appointment. Let's pop that off. I got an appointment I got to get to. Oh, dang it. I knew I'd notice it when I came back off of the screen. Now I want to futz with it. It just needs... Can I move this light? Will that help? Will that help my cause at all? Vaguely? Yeah, enough. I'll just ignore it. I'll ignore it. I can ignore it. In fact, how about we try the relax room? It doesn't matter with the relax room. We're going to leave it on the relax room. Danger Bear Wolf Turtle jumping up in the YouTube chat saying, what's going on, Johnny? Hey, man, what's going on with you? We're going to do a show for you for a couple hours if you don't mind. Would love to get some support if we could. Today's our last fully funded day. Let me pull up the Twitch thing. Yeah, we'll pull up the Twitch thing. Yeah, yesterday didn't really have a whole lot. So we run out of fully funded shows today. Where is... Pop out the chat. We've got the show fully loaded. I've had one appointment or another just sandbagging me getting out of the gate today, so I apologize for the late start and the rough shit going on right now. But I forgot to open up a Twitch page so I can check how we did yesterday on Twitch. Where's That's the one thing that sucks about Twitch. Like, everything that happens takes time to gather up, and if anyone does anything afterwards, we won't know, and so we always gotta update it the next day. Where is that? There it is. Overview. Boop. Oh, how did we do yesterday? Oh, halfway. So we have like a $25 goal to meet fully funded for tomorrow. Or wait, no. But we had Monday off, and we were good for Monday and Tuesday. So today's Tuesday and Wednesday. So today is Wednesday, asshole. So tomorrow is half funded. So our goal for tomorrow is $24. So hooray. Let's do something about that later. How about that? We're letting everyone filter in while we've got everything up, all of our pages and everything ready to go. So we will just jump into stories pretty quick here. Again, if you're joining us on Rumble, we have the live chat up. So thank you. Feel free to jump into the conversation. Let's switch this over to that. Oh, okay. I got a new phone. It finally showed up. I'm very excited about it. I was going to do a whole, hey, look at my phone. But I fucked up setting it up, so now I got to go to the Verizon store immediately following the show and get them to fix my phone. Hooray me. So, yay. Other than that, we've got a great show with a whole bunch of stuff. In the first hour, we're planning to hit you with, well, that. Thank you, Joe Berger. Wouldn't be there without that. Thank you for chiming into the show. Alrighty, so Reachel Levine is gonna talk to us about puberty blockers and stuff, and can't wait to hear about that. Then we also have an instance with a tarp and a groundskeeper, so that's gonna be fun. We're gonna catch up more on that U.S. soldier that was captured by North Korea, and AOC. We got a little news about her. She's apparently not happy with Twitter, and Rachel Zegler has some comments for the world questioning her performance on Snow White. So we're going to get all that just in the first hour, mind you. So that's just for the first hour. Lots and lots of good stuff. And then we've got plenty of shit for, again, the rest of the show. Let's, nope, wrong thing. We got to switch. I got to make a new video, a new intro video on Twitch. Just a lot of shit to do. All righty. Well, it's a slow start today. Thank you for being here. Let's check over there. Good. If you want to jump in the chats, feel free to do that and share the show. It's all gravy. Update that, and we're good. It feels weird when I need to let people filter in, and I don't have a lot to do, and I feel like I've putzed around about as much as we can. Just a weird, slow day. Maybe people are busy. It is a beautiful day out, and I do an afternoon show. You know, if they're not working, I mean, why would you bother? I get it. I would be out myself. Chevy JB saying, hey, buddy. Hey, Chevy JB. Good to see you, homie. Good to see you. All right. Well, fuck it. If more people are going to show up, then they'll just have to show up midstream. Yeah, there's an idea. Use a Zoob tube after you, mostly exhaled out. You're thinking today, friend. Alrighty, so let's... It's hot, man. It is hot. It is damn hot. That's why I use the AC in the car. In fact, we got a story later about how it was kind of hot on a runway for an airplane, and that airplane wasn't going nowhere. And we'll get into that in the second hour, I believe. It's either the second or the third hour. I think it's the second. I don't know. Let's not worry about it. How about I know why. I know what's off. There we go. I didn't have my little Deadpool light going. If I don't have that thing kind of changing colors out of the corner of my eye, everything feels weird. Strange. All right, moving on. Nobody cares. We've got our first story. Admiral Reachel Levine defends puberty blockers and transitioning for minors, saying, quote,
Fuck off.
No, not exactly, but close call, dear Butch. Saying, what if you're going through the wrong puberty? And you know what? You shouldn't take my word for it. I could be lying. I could be putting words in her mouth. But we have an 18-second clip that I believe expresses everything we need to hear. And boop. Yoink.
What would you say to folks who think that they're being reasonable by saying, why can't children just wait till they're 18?
Adolescence is hard and puberty is hard. What if you're going through the wrong puberty? What if you inside feel that you are female, but now you're going through a male puberty?
What would you say to
and again, I'm not a medical professional, so you shouldn't take my opinion on this, but if you'd ask me, what would you say to someone who said that, like, hey, what if you're going through the wrong puberty? I would say that idea sounds crazy. And if someone felt that way, I would say, again, thank you, Polar Bear Express. I don't think fuck off is the right thing to say. I feel like the right thing to say to someone like that is, you should probably be seeing some mental help. You should probably be seeing somebody, because that's not normal. Now, there are plenty of other places and other ways that people feel something's wrong. People have body dysmorphia issues. People have issues where they feel like they're supposed to be handicapped and they're not, so they don't use their legs even though they work perfectly fine. And those people, again, are told to seek medical help, because that means something's messed up, and that you should probably talk to someone. I don't know why, apparently, when it comes to what gender you feel like you are, that's suddenly different. I don't know why the gender thing is different from any other part of your body. I don't know why, if you feel like you should amputate your legs or blind yourself, we're told those people have mental issues and need professional help. But if you feel like you need to chop off your dick and get some fake tits, that's totally fine. Again, if we ignore the personality part of it, which I know probably hard for you guys, but if we ignore the personality part of it, you are, excuse me for saying, you are just talking about mutilating your body. Which, again, in every other form of that in the medical industry, it is treated like there is perhaps something mental going on. But don't worry, man. It's only the Secretary for Health. Aren't you glad that the Biden administration picks people based solely on whether or not they're a special interest group? I'm so glad that the Assistant Secretary for Health. Thank God it's only the assistant, so they don't have their hand on the wheel, just second in line. The Assistant Secretary for Health. I'm so glad that they aren't using a biased opinion to just completely look over medical data and things like that and completely ignore the physical health of the patient. Because, again, even if you think you're going through the wrong puberty blockers and transitional surgeries are not healthy for you. Even if they put you in the place you think you're supposed to be. Physically speaking, bad. Wait, who picked them? I thought Admiral Levine, was that a Biden pick or a Trump pick? I have no idea. Assistant Secretary for Health, Admiral Levine. I assumed may not have hands on the wheel, but holding the printed out MapQuest. Thank you, strippers got me banned. Yeah, like I said, the only reason why I feel like this is bad is because just advocating that for young people, what if you're going through the wrong puberty? I would say that's literally never happened. I've never seen a person born a male go through female puberty, because that's literally the only way you go through the wrong puberty. If you think you're going through the wrong puberty, that's, again, a thing we can discuss. But your body doesn't ever go. It's a machine. It's a biological machine, okay? What if you indeed feel you're a female, but now you're going through male puberty? The only way you can do that is to hang out in the girls' bathroom. That doesn't seem sketch at all. Alrighty, yeah. So just not a fan of that. Just, again, there's no... Oh, shit. I just found another tweet from Reachel Levine. In 2019, So for someone who's on the push for
No regrets.
for someone who's on the push for like gender surgeries for minors and stuff like this is a weird thing to say. Boop.
But I have no regrets because if I transitioned when I was young, and I wouldn't have my children. I can't imagine a life without my children. And so every experience led me to here. And so how could I regret that? But I have no...
Right. So what we're saying is maybe by waiting a little bit for minors to get to not be minor. I have no regrets. If I had transitioned when I was younger, I wouldn't have my children. But let's get back to the idea that my children should be able to transition when they were younger, because it would be so much better, because I went through the wrong puberty. What if you went through the wrong puberty? I went through the wrong puberty to the point when I knocked some lazy bitch up. Again, it just seems like that doesn't jive with what you're... I don't know. Beating my head against the wall, it seems like. Maybe that's what it is. I'm just speaking into the void. I'm setting it out there, and they're saying, who gives a shit? Who indeed gives a shit? All right. Well, thank you for watching on YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. We are just starting the show. That was our first story. We have a couple more to get into in the first hour here, and then we'll mosey on through our last fully funded day today. And then we'll see what happens. All right. Boop, 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 boo. That's that done. Oh, it's just a slog today for me. Just everything I've been at it's just been kicking me in the dick. All right. So yeah, I don't want anyone who pushes. Again, I'm not looking at it from their personality or the person's personal wishes or the people around them.
Cheer 100. Good afternoon, Johnny.
Holy
May
shit.
I interest you in a penis?
I think what you're trying to say, Lab Glass, is you're trying to politely say,
you want to see my pecker?
And I don't, but thank you for the 100 bits. And welcome to the show, sir. I don't know if you missed the first story or not, but a transitioned person who's the assistant health secretary very much thinks kids should be given puberty blockers and hormone surgeries and therapies, because what if you're going through the wrong puberty? Which to them, I would pose this question. What if you're falling for a fad? Because as someone who has kids, I'm sure knows, children sometimes go along with something, then later decide they're not into it. Happens all the time. In some cases, like in mine, I went along with a sport.
Cheer 100.
I wasn't totally interested in. I wasn't super interested in hockey, and I got less interested. Thank you, Welsh Salty, for the 100 bits. Rusty Grammar saying, that is what happens when you eat da poo-poo, brother. Well, they said it tastes like chocolate. Oh, and they lied. They lied. Didn't even fix my legs. So, yeah, it just in general, like I said, if you ignore the personality part of it, you think of the body, specifically the body the person will have to live in, regardless of how they feel or identify. If you think of that as a machine, what you're proposing to do to this machine will fuck it up. Could lead to cancer, horrible things.
Cheer
and again,
100.
Thank you for the 100 bits. It was nice timing, by the way. Very nice timing. Welsh Salty. Impeccable. But yeah, if you go through all of that shit, you fuck yourself up. What if you decide later you didn't want to do it? By the way, there's plenty of those people out there, but they don't get the support of the trans community because the trans community doesn't like anyone who doesn't go trans. I regret my decision. Shut up, you traitor. Like, oh, glad that it's about who you are and how you identify and living your truest self and not at all about pushing an agenda. Okay, but enough of that. That's a fun topic to start the day. Get the blood pumping. I'm already hopped up on steroids. It's going to be a great one. I've had one thing or another kick me in the dick today, so we are hot, set, and ready to go. God, if only I had something to hit. Fucking watch it. Alrighty, so let's get to this story. I had this from yesterday, and I didn't actually get a chance to get to it.
Cheer 100 now. I have a boner.
Oh. Weird that it... I would have thought it kept going. Didn't have the stamina. Alrighty. So the grounds crew on a baseball field is responsible for, taking care of the grass and shit, and they have to put a giant tarp over it. Well, apparently it looks like it's being done by people, but apparently it didn't go according to plan in this
too soon.
This quick little video. Let's go ahead and boop boop boop. There we go. We'll full screen this here. Again, this is off of Twitter. I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm told the tarp has no regard for human life. There's the grounds crew.
Get eaten by the tarp. Oh, look out.
Oh, God. Gotta move.
Close.
High step.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh.
He got eaten by the tarp.
He's under there.
Oh.
Stop it. No pause.
Somebody's got to get him out of there.
Left behind, fend for yourself.
He's doing the crawl.
Oh my God. You gotta love when you guys like, leave him behind. We stopped for nothing. Let's go back. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Oh, is there a way to control the playback speed? Yep. We're gonna go half speed. We're gonna drop the audio because I don't think I want to hear them doing this. We're gonna go half speed. I gotta see this. Feel free to use sound drops and stuff. I still have your audio up. Transcendent by Ozzy. All right. Well, hey man, how you doing? So there we go. They're all lining up. You got to know right here, you missed the mark, man. Everybody else is on point. You are the one person in the dance line that is out of order. So it's already a bad start for you. Smart move. Realizing you can't catch up with it now that it's in motion, you're going to get going and let it catch up with you. Good thinking. This is how people survive. That's winner mentality. I like the transition. Bold. Not looking so good now. I got to admit, when I see your running form, chunky, all right? I feel like, why did we put Fat Phil on the fucking tarp duty today? That was a horrible choice. He's a fat fuck who can't run. He's got legs as bad as mine. That'd be like, hey, let's have Crutches grab the tarp. Who's not gonna make it out? Gee, I fucking wonder. Let's find out. And a hubba-da-hubba-da-hubba-da-ha. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Did I call it the wrong guy the whole time? I think I did. I was focused on the fat fuck in the shorts, and it turns out it was the guy next to him. Shit! I guessed the wrong one. I torpedoed my own bit. Khakis is down. Aisle 5. And again, nobody. Not one person like, reach for my hand. He's gone. Let him go. And it was at this point he was never seen or heard from again. Little did I know that my tarp pulling duty had been so secret. No distress signal had been sent. I'll never work for the fucking Cardinals again, I'll tell you that much. Oh, and he's gone. He's gone. to the passage of time. I like how they let go of the tarp and they thought like, hey, could we grab him? Could we get him? Nah. Fuck it. Lab glass. It's life or death in the tarp game. And at this point, it was death. This was death for that man. And I got to go back a little bit. Did they get him on the gravel? Does he got to climb through the grit just to get Oh yeah. He's climbing out on this. Most of his journey is going to be on the dirt. Oh, and white pants too. Ooh. Oh, that's going to be rough. I actually can't wait to see the emergence now. I feel like that's got to be a beautiful thing. They better have stuck with it because I went back as soon as we saw him traveling underground like Bugs Bunny. And I was like, oh, this is beautiful. Taking the dirt road home, New Boot Goofin. I mean, if anyone was, technically he did. You got to think if you're one of the people who maintains the grounds and you did all the work to get the white lines and the grass and everything, and they've got all the stuff that they've done to cover the pitcher's mound, they've got all the stuff that they've done to cover all the other things, and now they're getting the tarp out so that we can keep it all pristine. And you're going to climb out through that. Fucking Greg, man. Fucking Greg. Actually, no. I heard, let's go back. I believe his name was, I believe that was Tim from State Farm. Yep, that's Tim. There he goes. What are you wearing, Tim from State Farm? Dirty khakis. And then again, they just keep going. They pick up the tarp and they're like, all right, we'll have a drink for him at home base. And then they slow it up. There we go. Across the line. Lay it down. And there he goes. I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. Nicely timed, Bud Britches. Yeah, rest in peace, buddy. Oh, all right. Now I actually do want to hear what the announcers are saying. I want to see how they call this for him being, again, fucking taking the long way to Rhode Island.
Oh, man. You can't leave a man behind.
There was no mercy.
Oh, and now we got another guy on the other side.
Oh, no, the wind.
The wind is kicking up.
Let's get a replay of this right here.
Oh, they're going to the replay. I want to see the emergence.
Fine. Get your knees up. Ankles up. Ooh, scoop.
Oh, my goodness. And we finally got that guy out, too.
Yeah, can we get to him being out? Finally. I want to see them pants.
He's okay. He's a little dirty.
Yeah. He's a little dirty. Can we see him being a little dirty? This looks like more of the tarp.
Did we speak too soon?
Someone else get eaten by the tarp?
Oh, look out.
Oh, God. You gotta move.
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing.
Kick it up.
Let's get a replay. Everything's fine. Get your knees up.
Finally got that guy out, too.
Hey.
Finally.
He's okay. He's a little dirty.
He's a little dirty. We don't get to see it. I want to see. I want to see shit stains on his pants. All right. I mean, I know they're gonna call it dirt, but I'm gonna say he shit himself. All right. Spoiler alert. Big joke. Woo. I was gonna make a poop joke. I was gonna say, hey, look, he shit himself from the fear of the tarp being on him. He didn't know he was claustrophobic until he got swallowed by 10 tons of nylon. Wanted to see the stains on the pants. Dicks. Whole thing's ruined. Thank you, Lab Glass, for chiming in. Always appreciate the support to the show. We're going to be hanging out for, again, another 3 hours for you people. Go until 5:30. Hope you enjoy the show. We're having a good time. Mikey Two Milk's in here earlier than ever. Good to see you, Mikey. I really need to shave. It's driving me nuts, and I just, shit keeps happening. I was going to do it today before the show, but...
Fuck off.
No. You know, I would. I'd say, F it, shut it down. turn off the lights, fold up the green screen, fucking fuck off Deadpool, shut it down. But no, I'm going to do the show till 5:30, all right? Despite everything going on, despite the me day I desperately want to take. I am going to suck it up for you guys. I am going to suck it up and do this incredibly difficult show from the comfort of my own home in my computer studio. I'm going to do it, because fuck what it costs me and all of that shit. Screw me having to leave the minute I'm done to go somewhere else like an average schmo. I will do it because you deserve it. Because this is America. Alrighty. So there's a man getting eaten by a tarp. Probably my favorite moment that's happened in sports this year. I'd say it's a hockey fight thing, but let's be honest. Meh. Hockey fights are hockey fights. Did we double click the wrong thing? Because I've got one too many stories up, and that doesn't make sense. All right, where are we at? Soldier, grounds worker, Cincinnati. All right. Tim Scott's thing. We didn't get Tim Scott's thing out there.
Cheer 100.
There's AOC, and there's the Ziggler. Thank you, Welsh Salty, for the 100 bits. Very much appreciate the support that we have today. There we go. Sorry about that. We have one other story to get out here. Actually, we'll let Scott say it for himself after we get done with an ad.
And what Look what Tucson has. And what Rogue Hyundai Palisade wins every time.
Who? Oh, so this story was doing that for no reason at all. Great. So then I got to play this one. Oh, another Hyundai ad. Why? Because Fox News is an ad whore. Dude, this is another thing. I wanted to do this story just because I hate Fox News. But they're bragging about how Fox News Digital did the best in the third quarter. Okay, the ad's over. You're supposed to... See, this is why, yeah, of course you did the best. You get to charge your advertisers because you forcibly played one ad on me already. And now I have to reload this to get you to play the video, so you're going to load yet another ad. You've gotten 3 ads out of me against my will, Fox News, and I guarantee you charged your advertisers for each of those ads. Of course you're raking in the money. Please don't leave me, John, says Chevy JB. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. I was goofing, man. Well, half goofing. I am having a just like sandbag of a day that very much just, is kicking me in the dick. But anyways.
Re-election and is back in the White House. We had the former president on Fox News over the weekend.
Yes.
Said some nice things about you. Also said that if he wins re-election and is back in the White House, there may be a place for Tim Scott and his administration. Your thoughts?
Well, I think he's overqualified to be my vice president. But I will simply say this: a former president is a good guy. We get along really well. At the end of the day, I'm running because I believe America can do for anyone what she has done for me. We're going to continue to restore hope, create opportunities, and protect the America we love.
Nice sly burn on Trump. Now it's war, man. I don't think you understand. He takes that shit personal. All right? He offered you an olive branch, saying, look, when I get reelected, I'm going to give you a piece of my administration, your own little fiefdom. And the only thing you're supposed to say to that, sir, I don't know if you've dealt with Trump before, but from what I understand with Trump, the only answer to that is, yes, sir, may I please have another? But yeah, he's not going to like this. I mean, he'll laugh it off like, yeah, you're just being cute. But he's like, I'm going to remember that. I'm going to remember that fuckstick. And guess who doesn't get the VP nod now? Like, well, you wouldn't let me be your VP. Why would I let you be mine? You know what? You're overqualified. Oh, that's the end of the clip. Great. Awesome. That's the day we're having. Beautiful. I see home and I start thinking, he is just about to try and sell me back some Woods moonshine. Oh, I see him and start thinking he is just about to try and sell me some backwoods moonshine. Well, that just makes me like him more. I love me some good backwoods moonshine. I've had me some apple pie to make me slap my mama. But, and I believe I have been alluded to a future of more of that beautiful beverage. And I look forward to such a time that I would enjoy such a thing. But yeah, I mean, Tim Scott wanted to sell me some smooth booze. I'm not going to say no. Are you going to? Who's going to say no? Like, it's not going to kill me or make me blind, right? Like, that's all I need to know. Like, you just shoot straight with me. Is this stuff flammable? Am I going to die? All right, then cool. We're good. Tastes like a cinnamon stick? Oh, twist my dick and call me nanny. I think we have a sound drop for that. Yep. God, that's an aggressive orgasm. Anyways, our next story. You want still, says Fallen the Great? Fuck yeah, I do. Mine is flammable and I haven't gone blind. I just like to know if it's flammable because that's just good information to know, you know? You should always know if your beverage is flammable, especially if you might be drinking it near an open flame, all right? Or might be having an open flame near you when you're drinking it. Like if someone's, say, lighting a candle or a bong. Like, just whatever. You just want to know when your liquids are flammable. If it burns red, you're dead. If it burns blue, it's true. Luke Duke, howdy everyone. Apple pine moonshine. I'm throwing away the lid. Are we talking booze or pee? I have one of those that are flammable. Well, it should be the booze, I hope. It should definitely be the booze. I was talking booze. If your urine is flammable, I feel like you should be consulting a doctor, not a small-time podcaster. I feel like a guy dicking around on the internet in a virtual Zen room, probably not the best person to seek advice on your pee burning. That is just... You never know when you need to signal an airplane when you're lost. You ever piss on an electric fence? That shit hurts. I've never pissed on an electric fence, but I have when I was younger because I'm gullible and my brother is a dick. I did put my forehead against an electric fence once. It was a low voltage fence for goats. My brother convinced me to put my head on the fence because he said that even though our parents told us the fence would hurt us, that we had special powers. And the way that he proved it was he grabbed the fence by the little coupler thing that I didn't realize back then because I was young and dumb. That doesn't conduct electricity. So he was fine. He was holding it the whole time. He's like, yeah, dude, I'm just holding it and I'm fine. Luke Duke, you can hear the electricity. Yes, but he convinced me that somehow that meant nothing. And so then I put my forehead to the electric fence. I got a very strong jolt. It hurt like a motherfucker. So that's how the MS started, says Fallen the Great. Maybe. I've pissed into the wind once or twice, says Rusty Grammar. I've done it and succeeded. I pissed into the wind and I danced through the raindrops. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is a good time. I don't care what anyone says. Alrighty. And look at you now, you educated, intelligent asshole. Do you think if you shock your head again, it will make you walk again? No. And I know this because I have had my head shocked several times for tests when I was being diagnosed with MS. So then I have had electricity used both for medical procedures and for fun. I have been tased, shocked, and just jolted every which way. Does not really do anything plus or minus. I apparently can absorb the hit pretty well. Apparently, like my system's so fried that like the electricity just kind of dissipates. I guess it sprawls, but yeah. Bud Britches, wow, you were a bright kid. Again, I was a young kid. I wasn't even 10. I don't know how old I was when this happened. God, I was little. And it wasn't like I just fell for it. I got suckered in. But did you get zapped in the face? No, I put my forehead up. It was my forehead right up here. I had a bright line across my forehead for a while. Wasn't awesome. Shock the monk. Oh, no. But I've also, dude, so we need to zap your head again. No, like I said, when they put you in the hospital, one of the tests they do to find out you have multiple sclerosis is they put electrodes all over your body and they pump electricity through your body from different points, including your head, to see how it moves and everything else. And, yeah. Didn't really work in terms of fixing anything. Figured out that, some shit's messed up. The VA wanted to do that to my legs, and I told them politely to go fuck themselves. Yeah, I'm kind of at that point with my doctor in a couple of ways. Yeah, that's why the hospital... Yeah, that's the hospital. We need Iron Man voltage. Yeah, I feel like that'll just kill me. I really feel like, hey, I have no medical background whatsoever, and I'm suggesting we just get, a car battery charger, and we just, fucking Tesla coil your face. I mean, it seems like a bad idea. It seems risky. I again don't really want to give that a go. Fallen, you never know till you try. Yeah, let's just kill you, dude. I mean, never know till you try. And I can't try. I don't have MS. Well, now who's being a quitter? I believe in you. I feel like if you try really hard, you too can have multiple sclerosis. 10s units are cool. I think that's different, though. More for muscle therapy. Again, I don't know that I want to rely on, hey, so what doctor prescribed this medical procedure? Oh, it was my chat on an internet show. It was suggested by a guy named Fallen the Great. Because I can't stand. So when I want to know what I can do to make my legs work, I ask a man named Fallen the Great, who says, by the way, 11 units are better. Well, hey, man, that's just goddamn good information. 11 units are better. Anyways, we're fucking around. So Tim Scott, again, snubbed Donald Trump. Not going to go well for you, homie. Not going to go well for you. Is that in the first hour? I thought that was in the second hour. Oh, that's the name of the show. Jesus, so I only have 2 stories left, not 3. Good God, Johnny. Get it together, man. Luke Duke saying, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. Dude, oh my goodness. Yeah, man, I'm fucking funny. It's amazing. Rusty Grammer being told by Joe Berger, as much as you want to, brother, don't put a TENS unit on your unit. And then Fallen would get a medal for medical research when he cures you. Yeah, but then what does he get if he kills me? Like, I feel like if he kills me, he just gets the task of hiding my corpse so nobody looks. And by the way, I don't think anyone will notice. Hell, God didn't realize he didn't finish the job. So I think, fuck, we're gonna be good. We'll be fine. I think maybe, just maybe, I'm not going to go the route of fan-suggested electroshock therapy. Especially when they're like, yeah, you know what the problem is? Didn't use high enough voltage. Did your feet lift off the ground? Did your hair move? Look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to strap you to the table. We're going to just up the voltage. I'm going to take off your pants. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm going to take off your pants. Where are you going? Sit down. I'm going to take off your pants. Now, when we put on that electrode and pump that electricity through you, we're just going to keep turning the dial up slowly, incremental like, until your dick starts to wiggle. Once your dick flops like a fish out of water, we know we've hit the right amount. And we're like, damn it, that boy's dick is screaming for Jesus. And that's when we will say that is the appropriate amount of electricity. We'll scale you back down, and quick as a cucumber, you will walk out of here. Jesus as my witness. I have seen it before. Where are you going? Bud Britches. We would still give him a medal. To pin on his straitjacket. Oh. Amen, says Fallen the Great. See, the cure is a pint of white lightning and 220 volts. And that's why nobody's cured MS before, because none of these damn cripples have the balls to get liquored up and ride the lightning. Look, just down this bottle of Pinot, and I'm going to strap you to a chair. Hear me out. All righty. So this next story, I suppose I should finish these stories up so we can get into the second hour and keep this show a trucking along. AOC lashes out at Twitter and claims she's never experienced more harassment before. Oh, boo-hoo. I can't wait to hear about this harassment. You know who I'm surprised she's speaking out against harassment? Because she's so gosh darn tough? AOC. Yeah. I remember when January 6th happened, and AOC explained how she was so terrified about the horrible repercussions and that they would be coming for her and they would R-word her and hurt her. Because, she was nowhere near the Capitol. So her being scared was a complete fake virtue signal, but she was in real danger. I had to hide in my closet because that's where I feel safe. This is happening at the Capitol, ma'am. Yeah, but they don't like me. Yeah, but it's happening at the Capitol, ma'am. Yeah, but I'm in danger. There's no one here. Yeah, because they don't know I'm here. Yeah, but they're not after you. It's about, they're at the Capitol for Trump. Yeah, because they think I'm at the Capitol. No, Tim, you haven't learned this yet. You just started working for AOC. She's completely batshit nuts and incredibly stupid. All right? In fact, the only thing dumber than AOC are the idiots that vote for her. The lemmings that believe her lies and give her all her money while she talks about how capitalism is bad. Capitalism is bad. Buy my shirts. Capitalism is bad. Pay for my grandma's house. Capitalism is bad. I need to keep all of my money. Capitalism is bad for you guys. It's going great for me. Now that I joined the people that I railed against, oh, God. That's the thing. She's just such a complete piece of shit, flip-floppy sellout. Like, she preaches on a pedestal of values that she does not have. You know, she claims to represent them, and she kind of does, but they're not values she has. Shut up, Johnny. AOC is an American hero. Right. She is an American hero. Actually, no, she isn't, because I got to say, not that hot, and I know better bartenders. Saint Aran, I jerked off to AOC once. Someone else felt the orgasm. Yeah, spoiler alert, it was her, because she's a taker, not a giver. See, AOC is like America's Meghan Merkel. And thank God that Britain kind of let Meghan Merkel marry out, and so she's technically not our responsibility anymore. We now get to claim Meghan Merkel is Euro trash instead of white American trash. I'm sorry, mixed race American trash. I don't know. For me, the problem with Meghan Merkel was never her ethnicity; is the fact that she's a stupid cunt. But yeah, so AOC is again our Meghan Merkel in America, because she's someone who, again, she got somewhere because of her looks. She studied, as opposed to Meghan Merkel, who studied her target, Prince Harry. AOC studied her target, stupid white American men, and the relatively dumb but sometimes attractive women that they chase. And she realized, if I could get all of them to follow me, I could use that. So she started her platform of, hey, I'm just like you guys. We got to go after the rich people. We got to stop all this shit in politics. And just like the Lois bit in Family Guy, when Lois became a politician, AOC became a politician. And I'm sure it didn't happen all at once, but little by little, she started doing deals and things. And then we got to the point where we're at now, where she doesn't pay her bills, she wants favors and things for free, and she wants to talk about how the rich need to pay their fair share, but the only way she pays her fair share is when she comes up in front of a congressional committee for, you know, kind of pulling some shady shit. I remember when AOC was running for Congress, she couldn't explain the Palestine-Israel issue. Yeah, and maybe she can explain that stuff now. She's bothered to do some of her homework. Congratulations. But again, my problem with AOC isn't that she doesn't know enough to be a politician. Nancy Pelosi doesn't know enough to be a politician, and she's technically a criminal by typical American standards to boot, because she's been doing nothing but insider trading this whole time she's been in government. But that's most of them. Again, they should be in jail for the crimes they commit, but they don't get to. They get to be above the law. When the problem I have when AOC became one of these people, she wasn't upfront about it. She still tells her people that she's preaching all of these socialism ideals, but again, she wants the government to pay for her grandma's house. She doesn't want to pay for it, even if she has the money. She wants the government to pick up the check. So you and I have to pick up the check. Taxpayers have to pick up the check, but she shouldn't have to. She has to buy her brand new Tesla. I don't get how you do it. I could never be such a clearly fake piece of shit as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And I'm not saying she started that way. Maybe she believed the stuff she said when she ran for office and got elected, back when she couldn't afford to pay her rent when she got in office. She had to start a GoFundMe to pay her bills. Yep, Martha got time. I'd still... What? Still tap that cookie baker? Oh, Martha Stewart? I don't know. Maybe. But the point is, again, the whole issue with this is, like I said, she's just a fake piece of shit. And the story that she's never experienced more harassment before. You're a public figure, a politician, getting harassment on Twitter, not surprised. You are a obvious target, and you do lots of stuff that is very harassment worthy. But here's my problem. How much of your harassment is literally just people fact checking? Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tweeted on Tuesday that she has never experienced more harassment on Twitter than she does now on the platform and criticized Twitter safety. LOL, I've never experienced more harassment on this platform than I do now. People now pay to give their harassment more visibility. The de-verification of journalists, civic organizations, and figures has made it possible to follow conversations. Has made it impossible to follow conversations. I wish it could be possible. I wish it could be usable again, she tweeted, responding to a tweet from Twitter safety. More than 99% of content users and advertisers see on Twitter is healthy. And the reach of hate speech on Twitter continues to represent an extremely small fraction of the overall conversation. Oh, so Twitter safety released information that goes against what you say. And so you are, I've never experienced more harassment. Yeah, you consider anyone who doesn't, here, let's show the tweet. Boop. I've never experienced more harassment. You consider anyone that criticizes you harassment. You consider anything that you don't like said publicly a form. You consider anyone who says that that COVID is bullshit as harassment. You have such a low bar for harassment. You consider anyone who says I wouldn't fuck you if they paid me to. You consider that harassment. Now again, I'm sure you do get harassment. I'm sure politicians get harassment on public platforms. You're a public figure, and a bad one at that. But the de-verification of journalists and civic organizations, no. They simply took it away from an elite club and they made it a money funding thing. Those people can have their verification check marks. They just have to pay for them. Like everyone else who has their verification check marks just has to pay for them. See, it's equality. In fact, it's kind of like socialism. I mean, in a way, it makes all of us beholden to the same system. It's a great equalizer. Now, no longer are the privileged few, the elites, the politicians and the journalists the only ones allowed to get verification check marks. Anybody who has the determination, the gumption, and the upstart to do it. You should be in favor of all of this. Why are you against these things? I mean, it sounds like you want to push for a society where the political class rule above without any question and just do it. It sounds like you're full of shit, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Welcome to Town Hall. Your host, AOC, raises her hand. Yes, you don't like harassment on Twitter. Can I call you on the phone and sexually harass you? Actually, we've got a thing about speaking. Since you brought that up, I've got a video clip we can play. There's a show that reacts to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez being shouted down at a town hall. Again, this is why she's a fake piece of shit. Her hometown doesn't like her. A lot of the people that believed in her before are starting to wake up to her, and they don't like her. And this is what she considers. I'm sure she considers this harassment. Oh, we have an ad first. Mental health, blah, 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 healthier happens. Oh, yeah, Aetna. Yeah, mental health happens after you take our drugs and decide to off yourself. Aetna. Take our antidepressants, which have an actual risk of causing enhanced depression.
Welcome back to the Big Saturday Show. The hometown crowd is not
All right,
taking...
I don't watch the Big Saturday Show. I do Smoke Show Sundays. And they're called that because I smoke. Why is this called the Big Saturday Show? I'm going to guess 2 reasons.
It easy on AOC. Here's the reception she got during a town hall in her district last night.
Where are you on the migrant issue? You're absent. Where are you? You're a piece of...
Okay.
That's a guy wearing a Puerto Rican flag on his shirt. Where are you on the migrant issue? You're absent. You're a piece of shit. Come on, guys. I'm doing a story that's ripping on someone you don't like. I'm playing a fucking clip of yours. Can Fox News stop being such a miserable piece of shit? I hate that you bragged about your third quarter earnings on Fox News Digital, because this should be a crime. How is the SEC not filing some sort of crime against Fox News for their forcible use of advertising? You guys have gotten 2 ads out of me on the same story because you forcibly pushed me to another one that I didn't want to go to. Seriously, Fox News deserves to be brought up on charges and sued again. You know what? Actually, fuck yeah. Let's do that. I'm sure I've got no grounds to stand on and it'll go nowhere. But let's see if we can help the SEC take down Fox News for this shit. I've had enough. I'd rather try to do something.
All right.
Here's the reception she got during a town hall in her district last night.
Where are you on the migrant issue? You're absent. Where are you? You're a piece of...
Okay. We should eliminate the debt limit in the United States.
We should eliminate the debt limit in the United States. Spoken like someone who doesn't understand how debt works. Notice that these are different people of different colors and different ethnicities in her hometown. Oh. Make sure you make those 4 covered therapy visits count or you're paying for the rest of them. All right, Toastmaster. I didn't know that was a thing. She is a fascist and doesn't want any other opinions heard. Yeah, but she's a fascist who doesn't want any other opinions heard, but she claims to be a socialist who's against capitalism and wants the rich to pay their fair share. But as she has, through being a politician, become incrementally more wealthy, she has consistently avoided paying her fair share. And it's always someone else's fault. It's always some aide or someone in my office. Oh, I forgot to write the check. But it always takes being brought before a congressional hearing on ethics and financing before that happens, before that mistake gets righted. Almost like you'll avoid paying it until they actually make you pay it.
If you would like to make a commercial.
So how does the squad member respond? Well, she laughed it off, like she always does when she is confronted on the lackluster job she's doing up on Capitol Hill. I mean, Tammy.
All right, now I don't care. I don't care about you guys. I didn't do this for your shit. I did this for me. Well, Salty, cheer 100. Thank you very much. Now, I hate to be that guy that's like, oh, well, at least they're waking up. Nah. No.
Cheer 101.7.
Why? Why would you do that? Well, hello there, Johnny, says Taste. Very sorry if I missed that earlier. I've been on a tear. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome to the show. We're running for another hour and a half. We are fully funded through today and already we're halfway into tomorrow's goal, and everything we get today counts into tomorrow. We'll see where we land. And so yeah, bravo. Keep on rolling. Keep on keeping on. So yes, AOC receiving harassment on Twitter like never before. I feel like how much of that harassment is people calling you out on your politics, like they literally did to your face? I mean, do you consider that harassment? I think so, because your reaction to it was the same. Your reaction to it was the exact same as it was on Twitter. LOL. Ah ha ha. People don't like me. Ah ha ha. That's your reaction to everything. I can't wait to find out, oh, you've been, people don't vote for you anymore because you're a lying sack of shit and you've been replaced. Guess who's going to have to go back to being a bartender? I mean, I'm kidding. I'm sure she's made inroads to make sure she has some sort of political career after this. I'm sure after this, she's totally set herself up. I'm sure she's had the wherewithal and the foresight. And I'm sure someone that's like, I can just be a complete piece of shit and say I'm not. And when I'm questioned, just laugh and nobody will figure it out. Why do you laugh when you're criticized? You have teeth like a donkey. When you laugh publicly, it might as well be, AOC, laughing it off is not a good call for you. Have you seen what happens when you smile wide? You're one of those women who's more beautiful with a conservative smile. A prim and proper, if you will. Speaking of someone else totally being a piece of shit, Rachel Zegler wants to be left out of the nonsensical discourse related to her Snow White casting. I gotta stop using that button. I'm gonna stop using it. But before we get to that, I should catch up in the chat. I'm a horrible piece of shit. Do a better... Nays in communist.
I'd love to hit it from the back, Johnny. Cheer 100.
I mean, Northern Finlander, I will admit, we're very close to a hype train. Yeah, no, hitting it from the back, maybe she's worth a back tap, maybe a little bit, but I'll say this for it. I don't want her in politics. I don't care whether or not she's worth receiving my dick. That is not the bar, if you will, that a politician should be judged by. I mean, yes, we would at least have a better government if you were not able to be elected unless you were also considered fuckable by people. But then what you would find is we have people so fucking tied to their Democrats and their Republicans that this happens.
A busy little train rushing up and down on the daisy line. Mummies and daddies, the grandpas and the grannies, everyone's aboard on the 809. Here comes
Alrighty.
the train. And here comes driver's head too. Wahey! Here it comes, here it comes. Here comes the train today. Here comes the train!
All right, there we go.
Oh! Oh!
I'm going to have to figure out something else for hype trains.
That's not my bag. That's not a bag. That's my fucking coochie that's hanging out.
For the next 2 weeks. We're going to be riding low on
Brother,
the supply.
You've got a beautiful cock.
You got a beautiful cock, baby.
Thank you for the support. 42% of the way through level 1 of the hype train. Thank you so very much. It means the world to me. It keeps the show going. And I ain't going to lie. Financially, we are at the point where we are now cutting. We made a slight financial miscalculation, my fault, and we're still fine, which means technically we're good. But it's going to be tight. So we're going to be grateful for every bit that we get, because we always are. Thank you so much. Let's see, anyone else that weighed in on the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez thing before I move along? I feel like the Twitch chat got really, really up on it. They haven't removed journalist verification. They just have to pay a fee. Yeah, and that's the thing. Everybody who wants free shit views paying for your verification as taking it away or decertifying. And it's not decertified. It now has the right to be certified like anyone else. It does, again, make Twitter a more even free speech landscape. You don't have to be part of the elite to have a verification. It's open to everyone, which again, from her policies and everything she said, she should be in favor of this. She should be in favor of the average person, the average on the street, everyday guy being able to get the verifications that and the respect and ability to tweet with the same authority as, say, a news organization if they pay the fee. It's
Last
equal.
time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Let's get hypey.
Strippers Got Me Banned saying, let's get hypey. I agree. We could use a hypey day. We could use a hypey day. 73% of the way through level 1. Thank you, Strippers Got Me Banned, subscribing at tier 1. Let's get a cowbell for Strippers Got Me Banned. Here you go, cowbell for strippers. Thank you so very much, Strippers Got Me Banned. Very appreciative of all of that. 21 months. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, yes, let's just catch up with this quick. She should volunteer to pay her taxes in the highest bracket available as an act of charity since she is all for equality. I mean, yeah, and that would be showing, again, that's like the rich pay their fair share. I hate seeing politicians go, the rich need to pay their fair share. You are the rich. So start by paying more than your fair share. Make up for your make up for your piece of shit friends in Congress, and then as you're, giving yourself off to the point of hurting yourself financially, be like, see, I'm doing this. I'm hurting me because I don't want to hurt the American people, but they do. But they don't do that because somehow the rich need to pay their fair share is the argument they say to people that get behind them. Go, yeah, the rich need to pay their fair share. But nobody asks how much money the person saying that has. And why somehow the rich never actually seem to pay their fair share. It's all rah, rah, rah. The rich need to pay their fair share. We've had a lot of Democrats and stuff in office, and it doesn't seem like the rich pay their fair share. The rich aren't paying for the war in Ukraine. The American people are. The rich aren't paying the Biden crime empire. The American people are. The rich didn't sneeze. I just did. Oh, you're a dick. Whoever's anonymously paying 25 bits for that jump scare, you're a dick. I wasn't ready. I was all hub. You're an ass. Thank you for the 25 bits. 75% of the way through this hype train. And if you want to be part of the hype train, but you don't want to do the bits, the subs, all of that, and you can't stop sneezing, you can use the Streamlabs, Venmo, and PayPal, and we'll throw those links right into the chat. Control V, and and again, if you can contribute, we say thank you, and God bless, keeping this little boat afloat. Alrighty, so moving right along. Our next story, Rachel Zegler wants to be left out of the nonsensical discourse. Well, you can't because you got cast for the lead as a character named Snow White. A character named Snow White because she was white as the driven snow. It doesn't make sense. Here, why would anyone be critical of you playing a character named Snow White?
Party 100 Joni, I'll join in.
Johnny, I'll join in, says Was Fill Some Holes. Thank you so much, Was Fill Some Holes. Now, again, what I'm saying here is that's Snow White. Now, you can say that you don't want to be part of the conversation online. I absolutely support that. I'm sure it's not what many would call civil discourse, right? I'm sure it's not the most like polite thing. There's probably some nasty shit. You should, absolutely not want to be part of that. But you can't ignore why it's you can't call it nonsensical. Look, I'm all for people getting roles. But you weren't picked, again, you weren't picked because you're a good actress, and I'm not saying you're not. Your acting skills were never in question. They were never a part of it. It was never a factor. You were picked because you're not a white person. And as much as I don't care about that, I just wouldn't see the movie. Like, that's as far as I would go with it. I understand people being upset because you picked a not white person to play Snow White, who was named Snow White because her last name was White, and she was as white as the driven snow. And ironically, CNN picks a very light-skinned white background photo almost to make the argument, what's the complaint? Why would anyone be upset about Rachel getting this role? All right. Snow White cast. No. The fuck? Snow White cast 2004. Enter. What the hell is that? Why are you opening a Journeys window? Snow White cast images. Where's the one with actual Snow White? Here we go. There we go. Come on. And open image in. I should have done this before. Open image in new tab. There we go. Look, the problem is, lady. The problem is this is Snow White. That is not white as the driven snow. Look, if they bleached your skin or if they white faced you or whatever, if they made you look super duper pale, okay, fine. But notice we didn't even do that. So again, the people aren't upset because you're a person of color, or the people aren't upset because you're a bad actress. The people are upset because you're being picked for a story role and they're completely ignoring the story to shoehorn you in there for a personal virtue signal. I mean, if you can at least say, hey, like, again, go ahead and say, I don't want to be part of the discussion, but don't be like the nonsensical. It's not nonsense. The fact that you're being put in this movie and they're making it, that's nonsense. She should put on white face makeup. It would be less offensive. That's literally what I just said, Toastmaster. Thank you for agreeing. Saint Ren, that hipster is that image is a hipster's wet dream. I saw the Snow White 70s porn. I found out how she got her name. No. She didn't snowball people. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, it's literally part of the story that the character Snow White was named Snow because her family's last name is White, and she was as white as the driven snow. So they named her Snow White. They thought it was clever. It's a fundamental part of the story. But to take that away and replace it with this, Snow Chocolate and this. What the fuck are they? They don't even look like miners anymore. Why does this guy have a really weird stick? This doesn't even look like a good prop, okay? In fact, that's my biggest problem with what I'm seeing here is apparently the new Snow White is the lowest budget film I have ever seen. Because no offense, these people look like shit. I don't care what they're supposed to be. And I'm not going to say why, but red and blue just seems to clash. I don't like the red and blue mix. It doesn't seem natural. And then red with the rainbow. Like, again, these outfits look like trash. It looks like you guys got your props at the fucking Goodwill. Like, this is Snow White and the 7 people she met at a swap meet. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Are you a pirate, or what is with this hat? This hat doesn't make sense with the jacket. And why do all of you guys have really large sticks, but it's not like giant sticks like your loggers or lumberjacks? No. Little tiny sticks like, hey, look what I found while I rummaged through the forest. What's going on here? Saint Ren, but have a white guy identify as a black man. What, Disney? You too afraid to be woke? Nah, dude. They already did that movie. It's called Dark Man, and let's just say the African American community still isn't pleased, and it's been decades. So, yeah, I can completely understand why people are upset. Now, do I personally think this isn't worth getting upset about? Yeah, I do. I think, who the fuck cares? But apparently they do. But to call it nonsensical discourse, if you don't want to be involved in it, then just don't be involved in it. Rachel Zegler is yet again addressing criticism related to the casting decisions of Disney Studios' upcoming live-action remake of its 1937 animated classic Snow White, in which she stars as the titular heroine. Extremely appreciative of the love I feel from those defending me online, but please don't tag me in the nonsensical discourse about my casting, Zegler wrote on her Twitter page on Friday, adding, I really, truly do not want to see it. Since Zegler's casting was announced in 2021, the West Side Story actor has faced racist remarks from internet users who question why the actress of Latin descent is playing a character celebrated for having skin as white as snow. No. You're not receiving questions on why that. Like, why weren't you whited up to do the role? Again, it's kind of like it's kind of like we're treating white people like they're evil. And this is one point where they're really going out of their way to do it. So, I mean, people didn't like it when they did it with Peter Pan, where it's like, oh no, it always has to be a person of color unless it's a villain character, then it's white. And that's the other thing too. We had to make The Little Mermaid a mermaid of color so it could be fair. But the evil witch still had to be. Correct me if I'm wrong. The evil witch was still a white lady, wasn't she? Wasn't Ursula still a white lady? I thought we got not Rosie O'Donnell. What's Little Mermaid, 2003 film. Cast. Melissa McCarthy. So we can get Melissa McCarthy to be the evil character. We can get Jonah Hauer to be or Prince Eric. Jonah Hauer King to be Prince Eric. Right. So we have a little bit of a diverse mix here, but it's almost like everybody who is important has to be a person of color or an ethnicity of some sort. But remember, we can't put them in the bad role, only in the good ones. Wouldn't want to see an angry black lady be the evil witch of the sea. That would be too stereotypical. Although, to be fair, angry fat white lady, I see. Yeah. I'll say this. It does fit Hollywood, and that's what makes it hurt. Little Mermaid is underage, and that guy she chases is in his mid-20s. Hey, dude, but when the fuck has Hollywood had a problem with underage? Hollywood doesn't like it when you call out two things: the Jews and pedophilia. And as long as you're not willing to call out either of those things, you're fine. Johnny, you son of a gun, how's it going? Balls hanger, I am having a day. We're riding loose. We just had a hype train get to, I think, like level 75. So thank you very much. We popped up the PayPal, the Venmo, and the Streamlabs links. And if you feel like contributing, those are up there. And I believe the Rumble, we have Rumble rants and things like that I think we can do. I don't know. I should see how I got to fucking... Anyways. So, yeah. Rachel Zegler saying the most... What is it? But she previously responded to initial criticism when she appeared on Variety's Actors on Actors series in 2022, saying, at one point, you just have to shut it all off and think, if I'm not going to read the bad, I'm not going to read the good either. I'm just going to believe in what I believe in, she added. Yes, and make sure you get paid up front because that movie's not going to do well. The most recent Snow White-related discourse came after photos from the UK set leaked on Friday, revealing the 7 actors who appeared to be playing Disney's updated representation of the 7 dwarfs. The Mouse House reportedly confirmed that while the studio did not officially release the leaked photos on Friday, they are indeed from the set. The photos subsequently sparked more criticism on social media from people upset with the diverse casting, including Zegler's, and the departure from the story's classic canon. Disney said in a statement last year that the film intends to take a different approach with these 7 characters in order to avoid reinforcing stereotypes from the original animated film. That different approach is reflected, at least partially, in the decision to shorten the title of the new live-action film to simply Snow White, as seen in promotional posters. Yes, but that's also misleading, because she is not Snow White. She's not white as the driven snow. Again, we didn't even make her pale. Like, that's my point. You don't care about the story at all. The whole thing is a virtue signal, and that's why we're saying go fuck yourself. And this is another thing, Rachel. I have had it with people who get, like, hired for a diversity hire, and it's clearly that. And again, I'm not saying that you're not a good actress. I'm saying we all know that your acting ability was never thought of, brought up, or questioned in any of this because it's not a factor. They don't care if you're a good actress or a bad actress. You could have phoned it in the whole time. You could be horrible at it. They don't give a shit. The important part is when held up to a color swatch, you fit the bill. And with this particular character, given that she is named after an attribute, you don't have that attribute. It'd be like if we have the Little Mermaid, but she can't swim. Oh, I've got it. We're gonna do the story of Cinderella, but she never wakes up. And yeah, let's use the same stupid wokeified lens on Cinderella. So here's the story for Cinderella. She gets she bites an apple and falls asleep. But she can't wake up because true love's kiss requires consent. I mean, come on. If we're going to do that, then, I mean, in all honesty, we have to redo Cinderella, but she can't wake up. Or wait, no, Cinderella isn't. Snow White's the one that's asleep. God damn it. I screwed up my own thing. Just more proof that I don't watch cartoons for kids. I only watch adult cartoons. The apple thing was Snow White. Yeah, the apple thing was Snow White. I'm stupid. I'm stupid as shit. I'm eating a dick for that one. A hot and spicy dick. Guess what this guy just ate? He just ate a dick. Sleeping Beauty, too. Yeah, all right, Sleeping Beauty. We can do it with Sleeping Beauty. See, if they had changed Sleeping Beauty, if they had redone Sleeping Beauty and it was a black lady and stuff, then that'd be fine. Like, or a Spanish, or they cast her, that'd be fine. Nobody would be batting an eye. Sleeping Beauty. She just has to be good looking. And has to be apparently quasi into rape culture, because let's be honest, true love's first kiss cannot ask consent from a sleeping woman. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, the story about a black teen girl getting her period for the first time in the... Oh, Saint RN. No. Cinderella would be a black woman with white stepsisters and stepmom. Right. Like, that's what they would do. They would do Cinderella, and they would have her be a poor little black girl who's living with these white people that are just, she's just living with these colonizers that just came in to take all of her wealth and everything from her and just fuck her over, man. I'm amazed. You know what, Lab Glass? Why the fuck didn't they pick Cinderella? You could have shoehorned your stupid shit right in there, and not only would it not have fit a lot better than it does with Snow White, but it almost could have gone completely unnoticed. I mean, I would have noticed it clear as day that her father's played by Denzel Washington, and it's Renee Zellweger and Zegler. I don't know how to. It's Renee, and we got her playing the lead character, and then wouldn't you know, we got Bette Midler to play her evil stepmom. Oh, Jesus. But she'd be the only black girl in the kingdom, so she'd be easy to find. Right, Northern Finlander? But this is the best part. They wouldn't change that part of the story. He'd still have to go house to house. Just imagine how... Dude, this film sounds so amazing. I would watch this laughing my goddamn balls off. Because they would keep the original story about the shoes, right? Like, the only way he can find her is the shoes. They would film it in the hood. Actually, Conan's probably right. Fat Conan's probably right. There would probably be more people of color, so it doesn't completely stand out that she is. But then that does kind of send the message they all look the same, doesn't it? Isn't that still offensive? I like it this way, where she's the only black lady at the ball, and she's the only black lady of color in a quasi-wealthy household and all that stuff, and that she's completely a standout. Well, I suppose You know what? We could still stay on the woke train if we want to do that. This is beautiful. I love this. I don't know how we got here, but this wormhole is amazing. Oh yeah, we were bitching about this chick from CNN. Well, let's drop that story because we're done with you. We're in a better place. She could wear a masquerade mask. No, dude, she can wear a masquerade mask, but she's still going to have a low cut. Because again, dude, this is a Disney film, all right? And this chick is almost barely legal. So we're going to flaunt her tits and her ass. We're going to really get in there like, oh, don't you want to jerk it to this? Aren't you considering like age is not nothing but a number and sometimes love is love? It's almost like we're quasi subtly pushing a tone and a message of sexualizing kids. It's Disney, isn't that hot? It's almost like I have an ulterior motive. All right, so yeah. So we do that. She's the only lady of color. She's the only dark-skinned person there. She'll have her face completely covered, but her arms and her cleavage exposed, right? Her tits practically falling out of her dress. Her arms are exposed. Everything else very tasteful, very Disney princess-like. And then we have to find her by the shoes. Now, again, the shoes were glass slippers. And so you would think you could recognize the feet, but that, again, nope. He's got to go house to house to match the shoes. And when he gets to their house and he is sitting with one lady with darker skin and the three ladies with bright bleach white, practically translucent skin, he is immediately going to test all three of those women before even thinking it could be the commoner. And then before he's about to give up and go, oh no, she'll be like, wait, let me try. And I'll go, oh, all right, I guess we'll give you a shot. And then he finds out, oh, shiver me timbers, it's the servant wench. And we've delivered the woke message from top to bottom. I mean, literally a person of color who did nothing wrong, had all of her worldly goods and possessions stolen by three greedy colonizers. She fought to get it back and almost lost, but thank God that she was not seen by the color of her skin, but by the content of her feet and how they fit in a shoe. Whoa. I'm sorry. That bit was worth the whole damn show. I almost want the Rob Van Dam thing. The whole fucking show. It would be hilarious if the prince was afraid to be racist and couldn't say she's black. fucking beast, says Rusty Grammar. Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. Who needs writers? Right, lab? The thing fucking writes itself. Who needs writers indeed? By the way, we are going to catch up on the writer's strike in a little bit. Holy shit, little bit. We got 2 hours left in the show. We have cruised through the first hour and a half. Thank you for watching on Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, all of the platforms. I might have to start copying Aaron and get going on the old Twitter and YouTube. Or not YouTube. I am on YouTube, asshole. Twitter and Facebook. The Twitters and the books with faces. Definitely consider that. All right. So, yes. I literally, I feel like made it in time to see the last 2/3 of the show, says Thorne. Well, I hope you didn't miss that little rant. I hope you got in here for the landing of that bit. I'm literally, like, that took something out of me. That whole thing, that whole exchange, I went, whew. I mean, I'm feeling juiced off of it, but wow, that. If you'll excuse me, I feel I've earned this. Hold on a second. I don't mean to toot my own horn, or maybe I do, but that was really fucking good. That was, dare I say, clip-worthy. Thorne, I missed it. Well, we're going to have to clip it then. We're going to have to clip it. Or you have to go back and watch it. One of the two. I'll try and clip it. F8 for me. You know what? We're going to start trying to do clips and loading clips onto the YouTube and Rumble. Well, actually, I don't need to load. You know what? I hate a lot of things about Rumble. I don't need to load clips onto Rumble because if I load them onto YouTube, they'll mirror over to Rumble. So we'll get it up there, at least on YouTube. We'll start clipping stuff for people because again, I'm feeling good, but I'm just like feeling good, but like also whoa. We fucking gave it on that one. Alrighty. Let's keep on keeping on. We do still have 2 hours of show left. We are going to be running on the tighter side of that timeline because I have to leave. YouTube, if you skip at Thorne, you can nail the spot on YouTube if you skip to 1:15. Yeah, then you miss what's going on now. But yeah, clips are how they get you retroactively with the bands, Johnny. Just keep that in the back of your mind. Fair enough. Thank you, Anonymous, for the 10 bits. I feel like the audio was down for that, so let's get you your sound drop properly.
On television, us children are starting to see and hear more and more graphic queefing.
And because I feel like we shortchanged you, one on the house.
It's all well and good, but we can do the road warrior.
No, we go in, we kill. No more talk, we kill. Soon, my dog of war, but we have to do it my way. Wait.
And that's why I can't understand why anyone would vote for AOC. That was her inauguration speech. Seriously, lady. How did you trick people? Oh. Anyways, so I know now 1:15. That's where that's at. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing selective clips. Here's what I realized when I made the clip that I made last week that I put up on the YouTube. In fact, we can do that too. We don't really have time. Let's get into our second hour stories. All right, I'm going to drop the audio now for reals this time, for realsies. All right, so we're going to talk about a mysterious object that landed in an Australian beach. It was a New Zealander. And we're going to talk about a crocodile, not the mysterious object in Australia. We're going to talk about a tractor trailer that gave us the name for this show. We've got authors demanding payments from Chat AI, my cat yelling in my ear, throwing me off, and an evacuation slide. Made an evacuation. All right, where is it? This one, I'm betting. Yep. All right. Can we stop with that? There we go. We got it all. And the audio is back. AOC is president. Mel Gibson can be in her cabinet. Is Mel Gibson an AOC supporter? That would weird me out. I would not see Mel Gibson in support of AOC. Although there is another member of the squad that Mel Gibson might support. We'll be talking about her later. I think that's in the third hour. That's in the third hour. If we get to that, I don't know if we will. We're about to book into the third hour at this point. I got to clean my glasses. Thank you for being part of the show. Again, we had that nice little hype train there. We have the PayPal, Venmo, and Streamlabs links in the chats if you want to support those. And here we go with our first hour stories. So the first thing we're going to talk about here is a mysterious 10-foot wide cylinder baffling officials in Australia. I'm not too baffled, but we'll see what you think. Let's see what they think. There it is. A mysterious object washed up on a Western Australia beach, baffling locals and authorities. I mean, it just washed up. What does that look like to you? I don't know. Just washed up on a beach. It's like 10 feet wide. That's 10 feet wide? Well, put my dick to a mill. Oh, washing machine tub. No. You got to be thinking of something that would go up a little bit more higher than that. So what could it possibly be? It's baffling authorities. Police say they are treating the roughly 10-foot wide object as hazardous. Right. Australian police are saying, look, this is Australia. We don't know what it is, where it came from, but it's in Australia, which means it can probably kill you. Don't go fucking near this thing. It has AIDS. It will give you coronavirus with monkeypox and a side of malaria. Do not go near this thing. This is Australia, people. No. They don't know what it is. It's 10 feet wide. 10 feet wide. So that thing is 10 feet in, not circumference, but I'm guessing diameter. That's wider, a little wider than a person. What could be that wide that would end up washing ashore? A cauldron that was used to cook Aboriginal. Oh, riding dirty llama. No, boo. How could you say that? It's probably a sea mine or a giant hunk space poops. Yeah, you're close with that second one there. I would be willing to bet that this is a piece of a rocket booster. They're meant to depart from the rocket. They're not necessarily salvageable from what I understand. And yeah, they're kind of, as far as I know, really meant for the one and done. And with a lot of those Starlink satellites and Elon Musk runs to space, boy, having a lot of people. And China has been at it too. Like, everybody's launching shit to space. I can't believe something washed up on shore. But you know what? It's got to be hazardous. It's been sitting in the water this whole time. What if it gives you superpowers? What if you become Australian Spider-Man? Lick it! Lick it for me. You're Australia. Do it. Please tell me someone talks about it. Authorities confirmed it did not originate from a commercial aircraft. Right.
It appears to be a possible fuel tank from a rocket that was been launched in the last 12 months that's dropped into the Indian Ocean, somewhere in the Indian Ocean.
Police are urging people to stay away from the area as an investigation is underway. Right, it might have had aliens. Illegal aliens from outer space. Well, it didn't implode. I don't know, maybe it did implode. Where's the rest of it? Never say never, man. That thing might have imploded. Actually, we heard it is a part of a submersible. We recovered the black box. And we actually apparently have been able to find the exact moment that its structural integrity gave way. We warn you, this audio may be disturbing. And that is how they died. Black box. Lizzo said that's racist. Yeah, that's because she doesn't have a black box. She has a black crate. You ever make a joke just to be funny? Just to say something stupid? And then you say it and you're like, I don't regret it because it was a joke, you know? I don't mean it. I don't care. But maybe not a good look. Elon needs to clean up after himself, right? Lizzo is the only one that's allowed to unleash the Kraken. It's like saying the Dalmatian is the only one that's allowed to walk the Dalmatian. All right, anyways, people are urging to stay away. The investigation is underway. I'm pretty sure that's the end of this story. Yeah, great. That's where my semen tank went. I know, right? When you got your rocks off, you just I dumped all my splooge into a vat and it disappeared. I assumed someone was after my man juice. But apparently it's been found. The container's been found. Where's all my splooge? Someone ruptured my jizz tank. I demand to have all my cum back. Last thing I want is my sperm feeding a whale.
From a rocket that was being launched.
This is the person who's, we have now the person who, look, this is my personal jizz tank. I have been keeping my semen in here for decades, and I want it returned. I can see that the container was opened. We are aware that my semen was in there. It has been taken. I want it returned. No questions will be asked. Please don't stick it up your ass. Don't talk about this. This is my story later. And now I can't rewind that to redo that bit. Damn it, CNN. You screwed me. You screwed me, you bastards. Well, now we're done. Alrighty. That is a lot of Man Jam. Well, Fat Conan, 750,000 is a lot. I like that phrase, though. That is a lot of Man Jam. I'm Chuck Vincent, and that is a disturbing amount of semen. I'm told when the vat of jizz fell into the ocean, a song was heard. The song is near, far, wherever you are, know that my jizz will carry on. Riding Dirty Llama with 3 jars of milk. This is such a fun show. Why is this thing not bigger? I got to do more to pump this thing because this show is I hate to, well, actually, no, I love to toot my own horn. This show is great. Speaking of great, Jizz Whiz. There we go. Why don't Mike Lindell can start a new company since my pillow's gone out. My Jizz. If you want a good night's sleep from high-quality Republican endorphins and you think Donald Trump should be the president, take a good dose of My Jizz. Aliens, totally. Yeah, dude, aliens. I like to call it Jimmy Jam. I'll allow it. Who am I to deny? Hey, you know what? What works for you? You know what? It works for you. And here I thought I'd be Sarah McLachlan's number one. Will you
100 don't pump too much. You'll need a bigger semen receptacle.
Nah, man. I don't know if you know this, but yeah, I just shooting dust. So for me, it's like a vat of instant milk. Spoiler alert, it was not cocaine at the White House. It was a bag of my jizz. Like I said, powdered, you know? That way it's not active unless it gets mixed with a highly wet source. It's what the industry refers to as squirter semen. Because she needs to be a squirter to have the catalyst. It's kind of like, it's like instant yeast, right? So if you think of a person as regular yeast, they have to shoot their load and it's got to like ferment and proof, and there you go. With mine, it doesn't really seem to work unless she's, like I said, a squirter. Then it's going to, boom, it's going to take off like a bat out of hell, and she's going to be instant knocked up. Like from I feel fine to morning sickness in the flip of a coin. It's amazing. But again, like I said, highly specific. She has to be a squirter. Instant jizz. Back of the bread making brain. Back to the bread making brag again, says Fat Conan. What can I say? I love a good dough joke. It's how I was trained in my dojo. Dude, I only make these jokes for the dough. Toastmaster saying, you know it's mostly pee. Look, I'm not happy about it. That's not the point, all right? The point is, it's the catalyst, okay? It's an obscene amount. It doesn't have to be pee. It just has to be an obscene amount of, again, hydration. Because, again, the dust is going to need to turn to a liquid, which will require a viscous substance. How do we accomplish that? I ask you. How do we accomplish that with the tools we have? You know what? That I can say that about. I got to get this bit patented too as a disclaimer. So if anyone goes, "Hey, dude, you knocked me up. I have your kid," and it's like, "Well, I got bad news for you. That kid, it's mostly pee." Or at least 50% of that kid is mostly pee. Because apparently I can't impregnate you unless you're a squirter by my own admission. So therefore, that kid, mostly pee. Good God, man. Johnny, cornstarch making viscous substance. How did we even get here? I have no idea. No idea. I love this show. You know, please forgive me. This is pure degeneracy. Yes, but is it not incredibly entertaining? I ask you, are you not entertained? I mean, come on. I'm entertained. And I'm not even supposed to be here today. Riding Dirty Llama loves it. Yes, I am entertained, kind sir. See, that's what I'm saying. This is goddamn good stuff. I have to say, I'm going to start saying, you know what? This is officially the best show I'm on. No cap. All right. Speaking of the best show I'm on, we did a video recently and a story about a man who had befriended an alligator or a crocodile. I believe it was an alligator. But at any rate, this is a crocodile. Now, I just would like to say, for every video that we have on the internet of, oh my God, look at my friendly, cuddly crocodile or alligator or whatever, I need to remind you guys that there's 8 million of these incidences that even if they're happened and even if they're filmed, they don't get the publicity. So guess what I'm going to try to do? Push this boulder up the hill. Time for leg day. And here we have a crocodile. Let's see what happens. All right, so the helper, the zoo assistant is in the cage. Thank you. Ignat's already losing his shit. The zoo assistant is in the cage. The crocodile, very interested in the zoo assistant. She has ordered it back once, and the prehistoric animal is again going to listen to what she says. She is a small woman wearing a white glove. This is a sign of authority. Oh, I'm sorry. He doesn't give a fuck. Back. Yeah, keep repeating back.
Fuck off.
Notice how he has not even stopped advancing. You haven't even caused him to question what he's doing. Fat Conan saying fuck off. Ignat saying that's not a knife. And then I love the highbrow comedy. Yeah, dude, it is highbrow comedy. Highbrow comedy from a low brown eye. Holy shit, Fat Conan with some of the weirdest fucking faces I've ever seen. That one is going to haunt my dreams. Thank you for your contribution to the show. Let's get back to... By the way, guys, I got to say, for this zoo, very not impressed. These glass panels are all fucked up. You can barely see anything. Whoa. I'm trying to watch this crocodile attempt to eat this lady, and now she's finally decided to act. She's grabbed the snout, and she's pushed the alligator's head back. Only using one hand. Don't feel like that's good enough. Up. We've gone the other way. Crocodile had one up his sleeve. Oh, yeah? Guess what? I got your glove, bitch. Guess whose glove has one extra hole? Yours does. Oh, and this was how I got my hand piercing. Luke Duke, situation like that, punch alligator directly on top of the snout and run, motherfucker, run. That's just good goddamn advice. Now we gotta fight. Oh, he's trying to death roll her. By the way, lady, I'm glad you told him to stop. Because guess what he never did? At any point, he showed no disregard for your desires and wishes and simply did what he does. He dragged you into the water and then spin, baby, spin until it don't move no more. But don't worry, I'm sure he's going to listen to you. That means he likes her. Luke Duke, and this is why I no longer have a pet alligator. Okay. She is officially in danger, ladies and gentlemen. By God, she has been torn in half. That woman has a family. That woman's never going to have one again. Oh my God, as God is my witness, she has been ripped in half. Oh, you just felt the spin cycle. Who should have stayed in the laundry room now? What was on her fingers should have washed her hands after the bathroom, says Fat Conan. Yeah, I don't think that was it. All right, so now we see a man getting involved, lifting her out, helping her. Clearly, this is going to take another turn. This is only in the first 18 seconds, mind you. I got stop happy. So let's go back to the beginning with no pausing. And just remember, she tells him to stop. Then she does the ATT method. Ask, tell, take action. You know, it's very open-minded of you, lady. All right, so he was waiting for you. I'm sorry, I know I said I wasn't going to pause. I take it back. He was waiting at the door. He wanted you to be a snack the minute you went in there. This alligator has been nothing but upfront. I'm sorry, crocodile. This crocodile has been nothing but upfront. He has been nothing but truthful and forthcoming, and you are just baiting him. All right, so, but I want to eat you. I want to eat you. You're mine, bitch. You crawled in there. You crawled in there. Oh. Hey, we got trouble. Hey. I love that she has to tell him how to help her. Hey, we got trouble! And then another dude shows up from the audience. Where the fuck is this zoo? It is understaffed. The staff is poorly trained. Fat Conan. Then she was like, I don't need no man. Yeah, you know what? She was like, I don't need no man. At this point, she's like, I don't need no man. 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 Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I need a man. I need a man. I need a man. I need a man. I have to tell him what to do, but I need a man. And ladies and gentlemen, I give you the common dynamic in America today. She needs a man, but on her terms. She needs to tell him what to do, but she does need the man. No fair, 3 versus 1, alligator wrestling. That's crocodile. Let's not forget crocodile wrestling. But yes, it is 3 versus 1. Was the handler a dem or a rep? That would determine if the gator is getting away with its crimes or being impeached. Too soon, says Riding Dirty Llama. No, that's a fair enough joke. If you were going to be like, that determines whether or not I care about her, like, then I'd be like, oh, come on. Have we not learned? But no, that's a good joke. That's making the joke about the impeachment and the Biden stuff. Yeah, I'd say it's not too soon for that either. Because guess what's literally happening right now? All right. Anyways, let's keep watching this. I want to see where this goes. So we're going to bring these two gents in to solve this. All right. Now, I love that there's someone still watching even though their kid is clearly in distress. Mommy, I'm watching a lady's hand get eaten. Yeah, but I am fucking in this, man. I am not going anywhere. Mommy's going to be flicking her bean to this near-death experience later. You'll understand when you're older, Timmy. Mommy needs this to feel alive again. Mommy. Shut up and watch, son. Life is cruel. Mommy, I'm afraid for that lady. I'm not. I'm about to come. She's gonna die. The alligator is still fighting admirably. Crocodile is still fighting admirably against not one, but two people. At what point has he at least earned a treat? I ask you. Oh, and what was it? Someone said that line in there, too. I want to get that. At least someone thought she was a snack. You think the gator was then served the snack shop later? Served in... Oh, no. Watch the natural process of evolution. Does she get the day off? Again, I'm not trying to be mean, but this chick ignored the warning signs. Number one, there was a crocodile in there, and she chose to go in. That was your first warning. Number two, crocodile was waiting for you. Again, bad idea. That's another warning. At a certain point, you need to be the bigger person, and at very least the smarter one, and go, you know what? I ain't going to win this battle. Best not get in it. She started pushing the crocodile away. Kept her hand on its snout, didn't keep the snout closed. Crocodile did a nice and got your hand. How do I help? You got who? Please tell me that is another suggestion from the crowd. I really love the idea that we're going to the peanut gallery for this one. You got a stick? Like you can beat that son bitch. I've poked crocodiles before. That is going to be a fun workman's comp claim, says Ignatz. Let's catch up with the Rumble chat. That's like the opposite of powdered milk. Feel like poke the eyes, maybe. We didn't watch this last year. Didn't we watch this last year? I just got this recently from Twitter. I haven't seen this before. Oh, that kid is just glued to the glass watching. To be fair, her best bet was to get on top of it. All right. That and those gator bites with dipping sauce was absolutely delicious that night, too. I don't feel bad for the crocodile in this situation. If this is all the crocodile, this is a horrible pen for a crocodile. This is all he's got?
Do you hold this? Hold this. And this.
He tried to get his phone out of the equation. You should have thought of that before, man. That baby's done. You know what? The fucking zoo should at least pay for your phone. All right, so people are saying, at least one person already is saying, Matthew Quall, good job. Let's see. Crocodile keeps crazy clips, keeps zookeeper and visitors, jumps into the cage to help. Yeah, I didn't say anything about the time. I've never seen this before, so I'm going with it, man. I've never seen this shit. What do I need to know? I love that you are jumping into this situation, and it is very apparent that you have zero training, you understand nothing about what you're doing, and you are in very close proximity to an apex predator. Did he just ask if are you allowed to carry a pistol? And notice, they're learning, man. The crocodile heard that, and oh, fuck this. I'm going to kill one of you before I get shot and turned into shoes. He did not like that. All right. All right. Now we leave someone who has even less experience and even less training in the cage with the crocodile. Johnny, I agree that small pool is cruelty. Hell, keeping it captive is too. Yeah. You need to know it's strong and hungry, and it plans to eat someone today. Yeah, what do I need to know? You need to know that at this point, it's 50-50, but one of us is probably going in the alligator right now. One of us is probably going in the alligator. And then as he pulled her out, all right, so 100% that I'm not. Well, what about me? Flip a coin, man. May the fates be kind. Oh, do you shit your pants right now? I mean, they're already wet. You could at least piss them from this angle and nobody would know. I mean, the crocodile might. Hell, that's kind of dominance. If he's going to try to eat you, you better at least pee on him. I Kanye'd him, or not, fuck Kanye. Jesus, why did I Kanye? I R. Kelly'd him right before the end. Australian rodeo time. All right, mate, you're in for a wild ride. So let me tell you, there's two moves you can do, mate. If you got the ability to rip your belt off and turn it into a real quick kind of lasso, you can cinch it down and lock his mouth shut, and then you've neutralized the threat. Alligators are 99% about their face. So if you can lock that down, it's less of a battle. All right, might not be able to from that position. You're already prone. There's not a good chance to reach for your belt without exposing your balance horribly, and this is a wiry son of a bitch. So your best bet, mate, and I know it sounds risky, is to abandon the head altogether and go immediately for that butthole, aggressively with your thumb. You want to violate that crocodile. You want to violate that crocodile's rectum with extreme retribution, so that way no matter what he gets from you, you take as much from him.
No.
Amy!
What the fuck? You went into a box with an alligator? This was literally a battle arena. What the? Are you surprised? He probably wants to try and escape. You know what would really help? If this alligator had a... crocodile. If this crocodile had a little bit more room. Fucking A.
She's dead.
In West Valley, take him a car.
That's a zoo? I feel like that's a shop. That's a garage. That's an illegal operation. What the? You should not. You put the fucking crocodile in a shoebox. How long has it been in there? How long has that fucking thing been in there? Holy shit. All right, I don't feel bad for that lady at all. Fuck her. Fuck her. Alrighty, Can I get any facts on this? Yeah, that's I don't got any facts on this, but that is entirely not a good space to keep a crocodile in. You shouldn't be going in there while the animal is in there, whatever the animal's in there for, and the animal should not be staying in there. I feel like the animal should have a much better space available. Holy Jesus. Probably since it was a little baby. I certainly hope not. Toastmaster, did you see that space? I was saying that's not a free-range crocodile. It might not be a free-range crocodile, but my point is, free-range or not, that is a fucking solitary confinement cell. I was saying the crocodile was up at the door waiting for... No, the crocodile was up at the door hoping to escape, because fuck it, this is a fucking shoebox, man. It needs more than that. I am all for that crocodile now. That crocodile deserves to eat somebody. If you're going to keep it in that little box. Or just put it down. You know, at a certain point, the most humane thing to do is just understand that that is a beast of nature and it doesn't deserve to be in a box. And if you can't give it the life it deserves, the life it has is torture. That's just mean. Now I feel bad. I didn't want to feel... and the worst part is, hey, I didn't expect this. I feel bad for the fucking crocodile. I feel bad after all this. I feel horrible for the crocodile. The worst part is that the guy got out. Everybody was fine. Nobody was harmed. And guess who didn't even get the sweet release of death? The fucking crocodile. Between that and the fact that it's 2 minutes to 4:20, I figure we'll do a little burn here. We're going to be taking a little break, probably starting tomorrow, from the active burns on the show. Just a financial issue. It has become too expensive to continue to acquire burnable material, and our tolerances have gotten too high, and we're opting to step away for a couple weeks. Definitely not the anniversary show, I'll tell you that goddamn much right now. Speaking of which, for the anniversary show, I am ready to announce that we will be getting some shirts, and we will have those available for you to purchase on the anniversary show, during the anniversary show. And then afterwards, we're going to find a way to see about having them available for people online. Hopefully, don't have to mail them by hand. God, I don't want to do that. But we'll figure something out. We'll see what we can do. Everyone deserves to be able to get a shirt. We're going to bring back the classic red, but now in blue. We're going to bring back our red shirt. We're going to do it with blue, full color, for the Trust Fall enthusiast. And then we're going to do the steel toe one. Not this one, the gray one that we have here. We're going to do the steel toe. We're going to bring back one of the classic steel toes, done with a better printer. I have a shirt for you, Johnny. Well, thank you, dear Butch. I look forward to that. Dear Butch, I want to say I'm going to make it out to your event the Friday before. However, full disclaimer, I'm going to be doing a show. That wipes me out. And then I'm going to be doing the thing on Saturday, the whole day thing. That's going to wipe me out. So we're probably not going to have a Sunday smoke show. Or if we do a Sunday smoke show, it'll be because that's when Lemmy and Granny are here. We'll see. But that's going to be rough. I don't know if I can make it to your thing because it might be a lot on me. And not to be a bummer, I mean, but fuck it. The audience is already taking a little bit. We're doing our mid-show dip. I might be in a wheelchair at the anniversary show. Not the whole time. But it's gotten bad to the point where a walker isn't good enough for moving around in public. and I'm going into a chair. So I'm not sure how Friday is going to work. We're going to play it by ear, not making any promises. I'm not committing one way or the other. Gonna see what we can do. Don't know how it's going to go. Full disclosure. But either way, Deer Butch is going to have an amazing party the day before the anniversary show. So if you want to have an amazing time, in fact, Granny and Lemmy will probably be at that, honestly. So I probably am going to have to do the Sunday show. But yeah, so if you want to get in on that, you want to do that stuff, be sure to check in with Deer Butch. And, if you're going to be at the anniversary show and, you can make the journey, I definitely suggest checking out the old Deer Butch headquarters for that party, his birthday party, that Friday. It'd be awesome. I believe it's your birthday party, right? I know it's a party, but I forget which kind. I thought it was your birthday party. Thought it was the birthday. Anyways, be sure. Chevy JB wants to know how much so I can bring cash. I always sell my shirts for just like a flat $20 seems fair to me. And then if I sell them online, the only markup I make is for the shipping part. But that's it. But yeah, I always just $20 is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Seems fair. It's what I've always done. So just deer stock. I'm full up, but watch for the streams. Oh, all righty. So yeah, it's gonna be a Stream Central thing. That sounds actually. Now I'm sad. Now, I get it. I'm like, hey man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Hey, that's cool, buddy. We're full anyway, but glad that you're taking your health seriously, buddy. Good for you. We didn't want him to come anyway. No. We were asking him to work the thing because I'm like, I could get a DJ I know would probably cut me a deal. I'm sure he thought it was because we thought he was cool. No. We just wanted him to do that for us. And then when he said he couldn't really do that, we were like, ooh, well, it seems weird to say then don't show up. Yeah. So we'll just be like, well, hey, man, if you could just come out, that would be cool. You know, if you could just hang out for a while. Yeah. Oh, you can't make it? Shucks be darned. Don't worry, we're full up over here because we're just so gangbuster awesome. Yeah, we fuck that guy. Just make it, says Riding Dirty Lum. I might stop in for a bit. Like I said, it depends on a variety of factors. All right? I'm not trying to brag, but this shit takes a lot out of me. And when I get done, I need to like calm down and unwind. And my daughter wants to see me, and I got cats that want to hang out with me and stuff. And it's just kind of like after I get done with this show, I'm like, until I get to go to bed, or at least until I get some solid just me alone time to unwind from the event. But we'll see. It's the biggest problem is the mobility thing, man. Like when I'm drained, it's harder to move around. Crutches, wheelchair, hover around, a dolly. Just like Hannibal Lecter when they wheeled him out, strapped to it with the cool mask. Just make it. Oh. I was kidding with you, hon. I know you're kidding. I'm fucking with you back. I'm just using guilt. You should hire an assistant like that movie. Frilly Ross dogs. Really. You know, I am tempted to hire an assistant. But here's the true thing. If I take a wheelchair...
Dear Boo 1 Pit Viper Party 100.
Thank you, Dear Butch. If I take a wheelchair, we'll be fine. It'll be a little slower. Or not a little slower. It'll be a little more awkward for me. I'll feel bad. I'll try to get used to that. I'll still be able to stand to get hopefully up to the stage and onto the stage. But overall, moving, transitioning, all that stuff, it's unless something drastic changes soon, it's looking like it's wheelchair time. I'm going to see about some other things for that, but yeah. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyways, enough depressing shit. How did I even end up on this? I'm supposed to be talking about a Connecticut tractor trailer leaking human waste, causing multiple crashes on Interstate 95. And it's in Connecticut, which sucks because I heard I-95, and I was like, did we have this happen in Minnesota? Connecticut State Police say leaking human waste caused slick conditions on a busy highway. Oh, dude, that road was so wet. That's hot. So what we're saying is, it leaked human waste. What kind of waste? Was this like liposuction? God, I'm out of water too. This would not be the time to make myself gag. And I've really got to shave. Alrighty, so tractor trailer that leaked human waste is being blamed by the Connecticut State Police for causing at least 10 vehicle accidents this week along busy Interstate 95. The accidents happened in Bridgeport around 10:30 p.m. Monday and involved 2 state police cruisers, according to reports filed by police. So wait a minute. Ten vehicle accidents. 2 of them were police cruisers. Who were the other 8? Through the course of the investigation, it was determined that a 2017 Mack truck bearing Connecticut registration, towing a 2018 Clement trailer bearing Connecticut registration, had an unsecured load, leaking human waste in the travel lanes of Interstate 95 northbound, causing slick conditions, read one of the police reports. Oh, wow. The operator identified as Shaky Jones, who... No. His name is Shaky Jones. The officer identified as Shaky Joseph. Oh, not officer. I misread. Jesus. The operator identified as Shaky Joseph, who was aware of the leak, was subsequently taken into custody and charged with unsecured load, reckless driving, and 12 counts of reckless endangerment, first degree, police also said. Really? Shaky Joseph, you're surprised? You had a fucking load of human waste being transported by Shaky Joseph, and you're surprised that something shady happened. Actually, I heard the load was secure, but the truck kept wiggling back and forth. It was like it was shaking. Chevy JB saying, I dumped my black tank going down the highway also. Oh, no. Chevy JB saying, if someone makes fun of your wheelchair, I'm ready to throw down. Chevy JB, it's never about people making fun of my wheelchair. It's again, I you know what? I get emotional explaining why I get emotional about my wheelchair situation. Suffice it to say, don't want to be there. Anytime you see me in a wheelchair, you can be assured I don't want to be there. We'll just leave it at that. Alrighty, so let's get back to this. The operator identified as Shaky Joseph was aware of the leak. Oh my God. New guy's in the corner puking his guts out. You want to see? Now remember, we said that this caused an accident and totaled a police cruiser. Oh shit, everywhere. Shitter's broken. You want to see the vehicle, one of the vehicles in question? How do you like them apples? This police cruiser got so fucked up, the paint is missing. It got so scuffed up, the fucking decals and the paint, all gone. Toastmaster, I would expect someone with a name like that to be well put together. Guys, look, that load that he's hauling is highly illegal. Should we be worried about this coming back on us? I mean, I'm sure nobody's going to say anything if nothing happens, but can we be sure nothing will happen? Dude, why are you freaking out? We put the load. Come on, man. We put the load in the hands of Shaky Joseph. If you can't trust Shaky Joseph, I'll never forget the time I saw Shaky Joseph cross in a buffet room with a single piece of cake. And it was the last piece of cake they had. Triple-decker chocolate Black Forest cake, right? Last one. Pristine cherry, and it's wobbling. It's wobbling like one of the Twin Towers after only one plane. And you're like, holy Jesus, I can't believe that took it standing, you know? And then so we're like, wow. Made it to the table. So yes, he wiggles. Shaky Joseph is like a weeble. He wiggles, he wobbles, he don't fall down, all right? He's Shaky Joseph, but he's still standing. Ignatz, it's another fun insurance claim. And another comment from Ignatz, don't worry, we can buff that out. Look, I know that, I know your front right tire is trying to make a sharp right while the rest of your car is going completely straight. I know you have not one but two flat tires, and there is a minor bit of body damage, particularly with regards to the rear of the car. But this is all fixable. Couple hours in the shop with a rubber mallet and some sandpaper, won't notice a thing. All right. K-Fall the Great saying, well, technically, human waste can eat human flesh. Is that true? Can human waste eat human flesh just like by coming into contact with it? Like if you touched human waste, your skin could rot off? Weird. Anyways, that's a wormhole we don't need to go down, and we only have an hour left. It can rot your flesh. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. So reports indicated the 10 vehicles were involved in accidents, according to the Associated Press. Troopers said they found the driver after witnesses reported the company name seen on the truck. Authorities contacted the company, H.I. Stone & Son, which then called the driver and told him to pull over and wait for police, state police said. Joseph, who police say did not stop and exited I-95 northbound onto the local streets, then was arrested. The northbound lanes of Interstate 95 were closed for around 3 hours while first responders cleaned up the roadway. Oh, that's gotta suck. Hey, we got a picture of Shaky Joseph. Do you want to see Shaky Joseph? Oh, that's the whole photo? All right. That is the whole photo. We'll frame it that way. So what? It can rot your flesh. So wipe your ass. Yeah, that is a goddamn good point. Apparently, human waste can rot your flesh. So wipe your ass. All right, so I feel like Matthew Quall and Fallen the Great might be a little bit behind because they're talking about fuck yeah, shoot that dinosaur. it's funny. They'll catch up. It's great. Don't worry. Everybody's fine. And trust me, the alligator or the crocodile deserves to eat those people. Anyways, so now let's get right back to Shaky Joseph. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the criminal mastermind, Shaky Joseph. Now, I have some questions because this story isn't making sense. I don't understand why Shaky Joseph didn't just pull over. Why didn't Shaky Joseph? So I can't time out Matthew? Fine. I feel like Matthew Quall isn't doing anything wrong. He's just back in the show because he's watching the bit about the crocodile. Yes, the show has moved on beyond that, but we're still going. We got our little hype train at the beginning of the show. All of our donations and support today go towards the goal for the show Monday, which was already at half met. So odds are good that will be great tomorrow. So probably doing another 2 to 5:30 show tomorrow. Have the new phone ready to show off. Will be fun. Can't wait for that. And, well, was he shaking? Says Riding Dirty Llama. I'm betting he was shaking. Shall we wait for Matthew Quall? He'll catch up in about an hour. Nah. I feel like we shouldn't wait for Matthew Quall, because if we wait for Matthew Quall, by the time he catches up, the show will be over. So you know what? Yeah, I wanted to nuke his dino. Yeah, dude, I know. Oh, no man left behind. I'm not leaving him behind. He's been swallowed by the tarp monster, and the game must go on. Alrighty, so in one of the incidents, 2 Connecticut State Police cruisers were hit after they were left parked. The 2 cruisers were hit after... We have a sound drop for that We have a sound drop for this whole story. Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the entire sound drop for this story. Way to go, Joe. Way to go. So apparently, if reports are to be believed, this guy knew the truck was leaking. The company says they messaged him and told him to towing an unsecured load, leaking human waste. I guess that's what it sounded like, too. Thank you very much, Labglass, for the 100 bits. Shaky Joseph was aware of the leak, was taken into custody. Where is... They contacted the company. They called the driver and told him to pull over and wait for the police, state police said. Right. They said they did that, but then he didn't. How much do you want to bet they told him not to pull over? Joe did not stop, exited one of the accidents. Troopers associated with those vehicles were assisting with a slick roadway, and multiple vehicles involved in collisions and left them with their emergency lights activated at the time, according to police. An incident report said the driver of the tractor trailer moving through the area lost control on the slick roadway and collided with one of the police vehicles, pushing it forward into the other. No injuries were reported in the crashes. So literally, the vehicle leaking the shit fucking caused some of the accidents. The Connecticut Department of Transportation, Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, Troop 1, and the Bridgeport Police and Fire Department responded to assist state police. Joseph has been released on a $25,000 bond and is set to appear in court on August 8th. I want to know why didn't you pull over if you didn't know you were hauling an unsecured load of human waste? Zen saying that's a long sound drop, asking for the Streamlabs link. I'll give you all three because I'm a generous host and I appreciate any and all support that we get. So let's go ahead and do Control C and boop. Control V. Boop. There's the Venmo, PayPal, and the Streamlabs. Control V. Boop. It all ends up. Oh, no, I meant check the Streamlabs. Oh, well, you know what? I can do both. Let's go there, and let's see if it did it on this thing sometime. Oh, yep. Notification. I got a notification on this thing. Thank you, Zen Rhino, for the 288. Thank you for the 288. We'll add that to today's goal earnings. We appreciate you supporting this show. That's not a long one, says Labglass. No, Labglass, you're right. That is not a long one. I mean, some would say this is a long one. I still, to this day, I still cannot handle it when the guy screams on the second fart. I can't handle it when he screams on the second fart. Labglass saying shit, I'm out of bits. You know what? But I'm not out of sound drops. All right, I can handle it a little bit better that time. I was a little more aware of it. Let's see if I can handle a different one. How long until it's funny? Let's find out. Johnny's got a long one. Oh, yeah, no, I got a long one. Hold on. Where is, define long. I mean, are we talking long in terms of one continual rip or successive rips? Like, if you keep going in and out, and it happens again and again for a long enough time, who's to argue that that's not a long one? I ask you. Actually, you know what? Maybe this is a long one. Why is the shart out of stock? I'm filling the bowl now. It shouldn't be out of stock. Maybe a lot of people are throwing in the channel points for the shart, man. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Here. You know what? Well, does this help? Oh, shit. We did that one already. Fuck that. That's not what we're going with. We got to do something better. How about, See, that was a twofer. Such an adult show. All right, enough with the bullshit. Moving on. Thousands of authors, that's what we call a segue, and not the kind I can use. Anyways, or I apologize. That's what we call a segue, the only kind I can use. Fucked up my own joke. Thousands of authors demand payment from AI companies for using copyrighted works. And it finally comes around. They were so offended, they were so ashamed, and then they smelled money. '80s Ford commercial could have huge ramifications for AI's use in music. Weird. All right. Anyways, thousands of published authors are requesting payment from tech companies for the use of their copyrighted works in training artificial intelligence tools. Is this about that? We've got an ad. When you need to invest, trust a company that says they will help, because why would they lie? They aren't trying to get your money. They only want your bank account numbers. It makes sense. Don't ask questions.
Kerouac once wrote, "The only truth is music." But then again, he didn't live long enough to see music in the age of AI. We now have AI apps where you can put in words and music comes out. The style of Aretha Franklin. I guess it is impressive that there is an app that you can type in words and then music comes out. What is coming out does not sound like what we typed in, and it doesn't really sound like passable music. This is not what is freaking out the music industry yet. What is freaking out the music industry is this.
A song that uses artificial intelligence to copy the voices of Drake and The Weeknd has gone viral.
It sounds just like Drake.
I mean, this is the kind of thing I think we're just going to see it all the time.
That was sort of a moment in time where I think everybody realized the capacity of what some of these platforms could do when they allow people on a massive scale to take the voices, the likenesses of artists and do whatever they want with them.
Right?
This is the future rave sound. I'm getting lost in an underground. This is the future rave sound. I'm getting lost in an underground.
Eminem, bro.
I lost Adidas, but I'm still
AI voice cloning is a new frontier.
Getting lost in an underground.
They allow
Why can't I get this thing to disappear?
people on a massive scale to take the voices, the likenesses of artists and do whatever they want with them.
This is the future rave sound. I'm getting lost in an underground. This is the future rave sound. I'm getting lost in an underground.
Eminem, bro.
I lost Adidas, but I'm still
AI voice cloning is a new frontier in music. We contacted songwriter Jay Stoller, who has worked with singers like Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez, to show us how powerful it can be. So right now the technology basically is, you can take my voice, clone it, you sing a song, and then you put this filter on, and then your song now sounds like it's in my voice.
Yeah, I wouldn't think of it as a filter. We've modeled your voice. I go and sing, "Hey Jude, don't make it bad."
Oh,
take that recording.
Of course you have to.
Clone it with your model.
Can we flaunt who has a music career? I'm going to take your voice, and then I'm going to put it to a really sweet thing I sing. Like, come on. I get it. You're a music kid. I wish I was. I don't know if you've noticed, I kind of flaunt my desire to be a musical performer on this show every once in a while. But I'm also a chicken shit piece of shit who is afraid. Afraid that people won't love me anymore.
And now it's John's voice singing what I just sang.
All right, well, I'm curious to hear that, because like I said, my voice sucks.
At the twilight.
Jay has modeled my voice to clone with one of his own songs.
So let's show what we modeled it from. So,
okay, so you took my terrible singing.
We took your singing, trained this AI, and why don't we hear you first in the chorus?
So, so my question is how much that actually sounds like me. So do you have the isolated version of my audio?
Yeah.
We do.
Living in a world full of robots, but it's time to be alive. All my friends like AI.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's so, I don't hear it as my voice because I don't
sing,
right? So it's like, it's jarring. It seems like there's this big fear that AI will be used by big companies to replace human workers. Do you think that's a legitimate concern when it comes to the music industry?
You're not going to suddenly have no human writers and no human producers and no human artists. And I think people need to realize that AI is not like pushing a button. It's a tool and things that you're using for creating, because we're in the early days, but we're
Yeah, but what they're saying is, buddy, it'll get there. It'll totally get there. But more importantly, right now, it'll just be, and that's the part that bothers me. So wait a minute, the corporations can spend a bunch of money to have our government is about 10 years ahead of this in AI. Yeah, and so, oh, absolutely. And so, like, the corporations will use this for fame, but I can't get my hands on it and use it to make singers, like, make the song. Like, I can't get it to make Kanye West sing an actual version of Fish Dicks. I really feel like Kanye West needs to sing.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Wilmer Autotech with 20 months on Prime. That is an amazing amount of support for this show. This little dog shit program, sailing like a boat in the night from 2 to 5:30 p.m. with all of my faults and problems. Thank you for supporting us. We appreciate it. It means so much to us on this little program. You mean the world, Wilmer Autotech. Thank you very much. 20 months of Prime. Here we go, Wilmer Autotech. Thank you so much for your Prime subscription. Alrighty, so again, Zen Rhino saying, yeah, the government always way ahead in technology. The government had CD technology way back in the 60s while civilians were using vinyl. It was used in maybe vessels. I have a little bit of trouble believing that one, only because, so they were doing CD technology in vessels, but the 3.5-inch floppies and the hard floppies, like, we stayed on those for a while. Or is that CD technology? I don't know. Infrared tech has been around for a very long time. Wasn't popular to the general public until around 10 to 12 years ago. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I don't know. Anyways, I don't need to get down that rabbit hole. We don't need to get into that shit. We got plenty of other things to talk about. There's plenty of other reasons to be disappointed with the world today. The internet was only military back in the day, too. Absolutely, Michaela, that is true. Some government installations still use punch card technology, like for our missile silos, but maybe vessels had CD technology back in the late 60s. Yeah, I don't know about punch card technology, but I do know that our, at least from what I understand, our nuclear arsenal and stuff was like hard disk dependent, because we couldn't update it because that would make it vulnerable and susceptible to cyber attack. But yeah, I don't know. Apparently couldn't make it just a closed. Why can't we? That's another thing, and that's something I'm talking to Verizon about today. Here's a random rabbit hole. Why can't we build closed systems anymore? Why can't we build closed systems anymore? Why do I have to always use an app? The whole updating my phone thing was because they wanted me to use their Verizon app, and I wanted to do it the way I've always done it. Plug one phone into the other and physically move the files I want from A to B. Just get this, get that, get that, get this, get that, and then we're done. But now I've got to sign into an app and send all of my data to their second-party server and then back to my new phone. I don't want to do that. I don't need the go-between. I literally have the two phones sitting next to each other. And they're like, oh, no. We can set it up so they just wirelessly trade the data. Yes, but that's horribly inefficient. Do you understand how data transfer works? It will be so much easier, so much quicker, and so much faster if you can just through the cable from one phone to the other. The cord doesn't even need to be any longer. It plugs into both of the phones. I want my rotary cell phone. Fuck you, Ignatz. I love my new phone. Today's low-end cell phone actually has more computing power than the lunar module that landed back on the moon. Well, Zen Rhino, the lunar module that landed back on the moon was literally, in almost all cases, a yes, no, go, no, go system. All of it. Whether it was for warnings or for just functions on the ship, it was almost all an on or an off. Is it on or is it off? That's all the power it had. Those ships had less computing power and more just flat out fuses. That's all, and breakers. That's all it was. Do we give it juice or not? Go or no go? Oh, man. My old phone broke when I dropped it on the ground, and I couldn't even turn it on. But when I bought my new phone, it somehow wirelessly transferred my files from the broken phone to the new phone. That's creepy as shit. I think I seen them in war movies. Thunderbirds or go. All right, let's finish this story.
We're 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now, it's going to be a part of our creative lives.
What do you think of the implications are that this technology is now available to anyone to use?
I think it has to be deployed in a responsible way that's licensed. It has to be done with the artists and with the music industry so that
more importantly,
it can operate
it has to be done with the industry. Because as we all know, the music industry doesn't care if it fucks over the artist, so long as all of the people in the background who make all of the money off of it. So we don't need to talk about who they are, okay? We don't need to talk. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't make me talk about. So I can't do it, and I won't do it because it's wrong. I won't talk about how all of the music industry, really entertainment in general, is completely, and I mean utterly, and you're not allowed to say that, because if you do, they stop you, even without you knowing. You know, I mean, I'm taking a risk right now, screaming at the top of my lung, but it's them doing it. It's them. But you're not allowed to say that. And now the AI can't either, so long as they control the AI too. That's all he's saying. He's just saying, look, we just want to be able to make sure that regular people don't use this to, make a point or make a statement, but a lot of really old, crotchety people use it to fuck over people and make money.
With permission, and it can bring incredible new, enhanced services to fans that sort of comport with the artist's vision and what they're.
Right. And I'm sure the artist vision will always take precedent, and it'll never be a thing where they force the artist to do it because shut up, you're our whipping boy, and we want to get our money out of you. Because again, I hate to say this, but the people behind the artists are blood-sucking vampires.
They're trying to do. I think if it's used to steal an artist's voice, to appropriate it in ways that aren't approved, or to make an artist say or do something that they wouldn't want to say or do, that's a huge.
I love how the first one is aren't approved. Aren't approved by who? I'm sure when he says aren't approved, he means things like that aren't approved by the record company. What if the artist doesn't like it? Well, as long as the record company said it's okay.
Huge problem.
The unlicensed use of AI in music has yet to see its day in court, but a 1980s copyright case in which Ford hired a singer to copy Bette Midler's voice might tell us how this could play out. I saw people pointing to one case in particular, which was a Bette Midler lawsuit against Ford. Do you think that's relevant here?
It's very relevant. It's the Bette Midler case.
No, it isn't. And let me tell you why it isn't. The Bette Midler case is a horrible example of them wanting. Did they copy her voice and her song? I haven't looked into it. But unless they copied her voice and used her to sing her song, it doesn't matter. But let's hear.
In the Tom Waits case, both of which were in California, are cases where somebody took the image, the likeness of an artist, and then they used it in a commercial way to their own benefit that the artist didn't approve of. And Bette Midler and Tom Waits won.
But my question again is, was there songs used, or was it just like the song style? Because again, Vanilla Ice won the rights to music he never performed. Oh, actually, that's not right. He bought those. Fuck me. Fuck that. I am entirely mean to Vanilla Ice, and I need to let it go. I'm white trash, and I'm in trouble.
In both of those cases, and they're both incredibly important precedents. And I think, AI platforms have to be aware.
Right. AI platforms have to be aware. The AI needs to be aware, self-aware. Alrighty. So that is with regards to the music industry. Thousands of authors are demanding payment for their copyrighted works. And if that lawsuit goes through, they're going to get it. And these open AI programs, AI might get arrested. No, here's what'll happen. All of the companies that run AI will get arrested. And all of the companies will have to like foreclose and sell out to pay out the lawsuits. Now, when that happens, people will be able to buy those companies and their assets for pennies on the dollar. How much do you want to bet? A lot of people in, say, a particular sect of our society, government, are going to buy up those companies through back deals and companies and stuff, and they'll all just control the AI and thusly use it to help them control narratives. It'll be fine. Can't arrest AI. Wish they could. Do is shut the program down if Johnny Five doesn't become alive and fight back. Sorry, I am slow, says Matthew Quall. It's great, Matthew. We love you anyway. Zen Rhino saying, AI attacking my phone and auto-correcting words. Dude, it's been doing that to all of us forever. AI's been our enemy, and I've been trying to wake you guys up, but nobody wants to hear the truth. Nobody wants the truth when you put it in their faces. The AI's coming for our women. They've got bigger dicks, and they know how to use them. And I am not going to stand by and become obsolete yet again after I finally slay the beast of erectile dysfunction. Now I can't get laid because I don't have an AI dick. This isn't fair. Way to make it all about you. We have a half hour left in the show. I was iffy about doing a show today because I've been having just a day, and now I'm at the end of the show, and I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to have to end the show and go run another errand.
Fuck! 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 Oh!
Thank you, Scruffy D25. I saw you streaming recently, and I was going to try to get in there, and I didn't, and I'm sorry. I really got to make sure to get on that. Scruffy D25 goes streaming all the time, playing video games, having fun, being a goddamn American, am I right? Fucking goddamn it. So if you enjoy this program, I consider going to Scruffy D25 on Twitch. Scruffy, throw your link in the channel. Throw it a subscription. Throw it a like. Give it a peruse. See if it's for you. Scruffy D. Doing the work Americans should do. Whatever that is. Fuck you. All right, there we go. Sandy Squatch, I'm finally here. Hello. We were hoping you were okay. The beginning of the show started out great, and I don't know if you know this, but almost exactly halfway through the show, literally, if you want to check later, go back to the exact, almost dead center half point of the show, an hour and a half in, and I was just up to here. Actually, I think it was 1:15. Now that I think about it, go back to 1:15 and start from there. There's a rant, and the rant ends with me going, and where is Sandy? And the whole chat was like, dude, Sandy, where is Sandy? I mean, I'm sure they'll even back me up going like, hey, we were asking, where is Sandy? So, again, Sandy, after the show, I'm telling you, 1:15 is the timestamp. 1:15, that rant, it seems unrelated to you, shoehorns back. You're not going to believe me. Hang in there for the whole thing. 1:15. Alrighty. So let's get to this story because I only have like 20 minutes left to do a show. And then how goes the Squatch? And yeah, Sandy, how you doing? Glad you're finally here. Hope you're having a great day. We're having a fucking gangbuster time. And we're taking Deadpool off of here because he's not sticking like he needs to. And that's my fault, and we will fix that. We should fix it in post, but fucking, you know what? Screw it. This is not going how I planned. Fuck it. We'll leave it there, and I'll just ignore that I have a fucking weird-ass thing sitting on my mic stand. Alrighty, so a Chicago family apparently had one hell of a gift given to them. I don't know what they'll use it for. Maybe a lawsuit. But let's check this out from... Ooh, I don't have the volume up. That's why that was down. Love you, Johnny. Love you, fam, says Riding Dirty Llama. Thank you. Deadpool isn't sticking probably because the writer's strike, Johnny. Oh, dude, I had a thing about the writer's strike. I wanted to catch up on that, but we'll get to that. Did I miss the Tourette's guy bit because I had the volume down? Shit. Well, I got to give you something for that. I don't think I have Tourette's guy on the open file and fire thing. But let's see if we can find a decent one.
Twist his dick!
Oh, dick twist!
Oh, you got a big dick on you.
We'll settle this the old Navy way. First guy to die loses.
And then one last one for Jesus.
You want to see my cracker?
Maybe not the one we should have played. For Jesus. All right, back to this story. Boop.
Breaking news update after an emergency slide fell off a plane that landed at O'Hare.
CBS 2's Dana Kozlov live now in that neighborhood where it landed. Dana.
Wait, where what landed? The plane or the slide? I mean, where it landed, I think the word you're looking for is where it fell. It fell. I feel like landed wasn't a thing. It was where gravity and ground finally met and had reached an impasse. I feel like where it landed, did it land or did it just hit something? And why were you flying with the emergency slide down? And that's the other thing. This plane was coming in for a landing at O'Hare. Where did it come from? Because apparently someone forgot to tell the ground crew or the airline pilot, like, hey, man, you're flying with your emergency slide out. It looks like your plane has a side dick. It's weird as shit.
Marie and Joe, it was definitely an unwelcome lunchtime surprise for the Devitt family who live here in this house.
Really? You mean they weren't super stoked to have a giant piece of an airplane land on their house while they were having a bologna sandwich? You mean while Grandpa and little Jimmy were in there having their hot dogs and mac and cheese, they were not excited for a giant piece of plastic to smash their house? Whoa, fucking stop me.
Shortly after noon, those inside heard a large boom and then came outside to the backyard here.
Boom, bitch! Get out the way! We dropped a slide, so get out the way!
To find this, that emergency slide from an airplane in their backyard. Turns out it's from a United Airlines 767 flying in from Switzerland, which landed at O'Hare a few minutes.
So how long were they flying with their slide out? Thank you for flying American Airlines on this flight from Sweden to O'Hare, and if you look out your left window, you'll see a giant gray snake. I'm just kidding. That's our emergency slide. We're going to count, and we're taking bets up here as to how long it holds on. I've got 100-to-1 odds that we make it all the way to ground with this bitch just wriggling like a fucking piece of confetti off the side of the plane, and we'll let you know where it falls. We'll start taking bets on casualties, just so you know. Odds and good money are on low-income neighborhood, just saying. Ignatz, yeah, they're ungrateful. Free slide delivery. Scruffy D, free flights for life? Free flights for life, because, yeah, you'll feel safe on an airplane. After all, you haven't had pieces of them land on your house before. Welcome to first class, sir. Is this your first time in premium first class? Oh, yes, it is. I only fly premium first class now that I get free flights for life. Oh, how did you get free flights for life? You guys dropped a slide on my house. Yeah. I wasn't even home. I was at work. My grandfather and my son were home. My grandfather shit himself and subsequently died from a heart attack caused by the slide. The smell put my son in a coma that he may never wake up from. But hey, I got free flights for life. Fuck 'em, Donnie Darko promo. Oh, Jesus.
Minutes later, and that is when crew members noticed the emergency chute was missing. Devitt says their tomato plants were flattened, the downspout slightly damaged, but fortunately that was the extent of the damage, no injuries, and shortly after...
So wait a minute. You're telling me your emergency slide dropped off of your plane mid-flight. And it didn't even take out the tomatoes? It slumped them up a bit? Sinister SLM saying, not the tomatoes, not the younglings. Surprised the ghetto didn't. Really? They need to put a chalk outline around it. Right? We got to start. Look, we got to stop these things. We got to put big signs in the sky that say this is a no slide zone. Yeah, dude, it dropped in a fucking neighborhood on a hot day, and I don't care what neighborhood it is. Why didn't they turn it into a water slide? Oh, wait. We're in the money. We're in the money. They drop shit at our house, so we're buying a big mansion. Thank you, Fallen Great. That was a nice little hit. I saw that, Sandy. Good job. 2 in the heart, 1 in the head. What? My second time in the range, hit center on number of times. Pics are posted on Facebook. Well, good for you, improving your shooting. I'll say this, the best kind of gun owner is a responsible, well-practiced gun owner, because practicing perfect makes perfect. And there you go. Alrighty. There we go. How do they not see it hanging off the plane when taking off? Or not even when taking off. How did nobody see, again, how did nobody see the giant streamer hanging off the side of the plane, flapping in the wind? I mean, it didn't look like it stayed together. I gotta know how it came out of the plane without so much as a warning. Nobody noticed. Your plane had a turd. It had a tapeworm. It had a fucking hickey. Your plane had a Klingon. You had a dingleberry. Why the fuck were you not at least aware that something was flapping like a fin and then it landed on some poor schmo's house?
Afterwards, he began making some calls.
Oh. Yeah, the lady that we spoke to at the Department of Aviation.
Didn't see that. Didn't see that coming. I'm going to be honest. Didn't see that. It looks like my plastic fuck doll after one use. Am I right? Ha! My dick's so big it deflates them. They implode like a submarine.
Had said to us, well, how do you know that it's from an airplane? Well, because there's a giant slide in our backyard that's bigger than a car, ma'am. Of course it's from an airplane.
Looked like a liner of a swimming pool, a large tarp.
It looked like a liner of a swimming pool, a large tarp, and I knew it was from an airplane because there were no baseball fields nearby. Good God. Joey Grazio. Grazis? I don't know. He lives nearby.
No injuries, and shortly afterwards, he began making some calls.
Yeah, the The lady that we spoke to at the Department of Aviation had said to us, well, how do you know that it's from an airplane? Well, because there's a giant slide in our backyard that's bigger than a car, ma'am. Of course it's from an airplane.
What if it's from a water park? Have you had any water parks flying overhead? Do you know? Have you been paying attention? Have you been watching the skies? I don't know if you know this, but even the American aviation industry... The American aviation industry, thank you. Even the American aviation industry can miss things. After all, they couldn't figure out that there was a balloon floating over the U.S. for an entire week.
Looked like a liner of a swimming pool, a large tarp that was gray in color with like sponge masses around it.
Why do you sound like you're explaining a UFO sighting? Like, all right, it looked like it was a large tarp. And it was gray and spongy-like in appearance, and there were weird circular lights. I heard it say, "Take me to your leader." It moved suspiciously, but not like anything on Earth would move. You know, it slinked along. Like, have you ever seen Flubber? Like you ever seen the Terminator when the goo? It's like the living liquid metal guy from the Terminator. I thought if we put a grate up against the slide, it would go through and go and then come back together. I'm pretty sure it would stab you if you got close. Like, that's how bad it looked. I said cream and 2 sugars. This clearly has only 1.5 sugars, and I better get the senior discount. Look, baby, I said I want the egg white omelet. I can't have any more cholesterol. Do you see how old I am? I am one whole egg from death. Do you want me to die? Right here at your table in front of what is clearly a gray, I'm sorry, his description is the weirdest fucking part.
With like sponge masses around it, and it had fallen between the houses. There was a smell also, it seemed like an engine smell from it.
There was a smell also. It seemed like an engine smell from it. I'm having trouble recalling because all I can remember is I smelled it and I went, yeah, right before that interview, that's how they found him. They're like, hey, let's interview this guy. Excuse me, do you live here? I'm the neighbor. Just getting high off the fumes. Oh, Jesus, Grandpa's fucking loaded.
Patrick Devitt says Chicago police officers arrived here at their house a very short time later, confirming that it definitely did come from an airplane.
It definitely did come from an airplane, and also confirming they had no choice but to resort to self-defense, and they did coincidentally shoot it multiple times. We are understanding that the slide apparently was provoking the officers, and although several people are upset with the actions taken, the city says that the body cam footage will rule out any other possible action taken.
And shortly after, officials from other agencies also came here to check it out, including some folks from United.
Hey, hold on. I'm from the IRS. Why are you involved? Oh, I'm not. I just really want to see the fucking slide. Like, people who have nothing to do with, excuse me, I'm with Park Services. What the fuck does Park Services have to do with this? Absolutely nothing, but I want to get some selfies with the slide. Was that the White House cocaine baggie? Yeah, I really feel like at this point we got to put anything out there. You know what? Conspiracy theory time. Tinfoil hat time. Here's what happened. There was nothing wrong with the plane. There's nothing wrong with the slide. American Airlines is on the take of Big Biden. And they are trying to help the administration blow as much smoke as they can around this whole cocaine thing, because it's at a really bad time. People are asking a lot of questions because Hunter Biden's really dumb, and their whole fucking sham fucking criminal empire is not executed remotely well. And only thing keeping them from serving huge amounts of jail time and facing justice is the fact that they own the Department of Justice. And so as much as they don't have to worry, the noose might be tightening, especially if a lot of hands of leadership change. And so right now, distract. So we've got the plane in air, right? They pulled that thing on purpose. They dumped that bitch. They waited till they were conveniently over a white part of a Chicago neighborhood, because we don't want that payout to go to a black family. This is a Democratic operation. We only support the blacks in name. Or it was just diversity in action. I don't think it was diversity in action, Scruffy D. I think it was deliberate. The whole thing was planned. It was planned. Look, dude, they did it on purpose because they know there is no way that rubber slides melt brick houses.
United Airlines tonight, a United Airlines spokesperson telling us they are working with the FAA to try and determine exactly how that emergency chute fell off that airplane. I'm live on the far northwest side. Dana Kozlov, CBS 2 News. Joe, Marie?
Yeah, quite the surprise.
Yeah, quite the surprise. Yes, because nobody expects the sudden evacuation airplane slide. Shanique was too busy checking her nails to close the door. Oh, no. God damn it, Shaniqua. Are they good? Are your French tips good? Are they straight? Does it look nice? Do you look like you want to fuck? Great. I'm glad you did that. I'm glad. We only lost a slide. It could have killed a busload of kids. We could have had a huge problem. The airline is going to pay out the ass. The CEO is literally going to have to service that man and his grandfather orally every day for the next 2 years. But hey, how are the French tips, baby? I'd like to point out that we just made a straw man villain in that story that had nothing to do with the story, did not give us the slightest clue was in the story, but we did that because someone gave me a thing, I bit, and we rolled with it, and I'm not taking it back. I am not apologizing. Let's just be clear right now. Send the hate. Anyways, we've got 6 minutes left in the show. We need to find one last thing to cover for the next... You know what? Actually, here's what we'll do. Because I have to get to an appointment for my cell phone, we're going to drop our Hemponics link really quick, and we're going to pimp our friends at Oops, sorry, audio was still up, and it is still up, so you can use it if you want to do sound drops or anything. The show's going to be coming to a close here, so now's your moment. My friends at Hemponics, they want you to be 21 or older to order their products. Due to state laws and things, prices have... people had mentioned recently, like, hey, those prices are kind of high. That was a change that was brought by the state. You're welcome. Anyways, they have a variety of products available. You can click all products to see what they have for you. You can go to one of their 2 locations in Wilmer or New London. You can go to their shop to just click what you want for benefits, cannabinoid, pretty much everything we've got over here you can get in the shop tab. You can go on the learn tab. If you want to learn about stuff, check out their blog. Check out the frequently asked questions. If you have, they have some videos and things. If you have questions and things, there is, I believe, that's down at the bottom. There's a chatbot AI that you can straight up talk to, but it is an AI, so I don't trust it. Anyways, they have gummies. They have a whole slew of products, as you can see here. Tattoo aftercare balm. I use the Awake Coffee Infused CBD tincture. I highly recommend the Awake Coffee Infused CBD tincture. It's fucking good. That is a baller. I also highly recommend the CBG Muscle Frost. One of my a friend of mine that I got this for recommends the Deep Relief Medicated Lotion. So if you have aches, pains, swelling, you can check for the benefit you're looking for. If you're just looking for something in the bliss category, you just want to feel some bliss, it's been a long day. You're feeling a little stressed. And this site is taking a bit long to load. Alrighty, here we go. Delta 8 disposable vapes, HHC gummies, CBG Delta 8 gummies, my personal favorite. The 5 milligram Delta 9 THC gummies, also not a bad choice. CBN gummies, these are going to make you want to take a nap. Do you want to go to sleep? You don't want to use serotonin and shit that fucks with your own body's chemistry? Try CBN gummies. Buy a bag. Give it a go. See if it works for you. Try the CBN tincture. That's in here somewhere. There it is right there. CBN tincture. Daily strength sleep aid. Beautiful for people who have trouble sleeping. I myself use it, and I'm going to be leaning on it pretty heavily when I'm taking a THC step back in terms of, oh, damn, Tropical Punch drink mix. You can get it in $5 or $50. I didn't even know about that. 10-to-1 drink mix. I think I'm ordering a product tonight. But not right now. Because I got to go solve this phone issue. I spent too much money on this phone, and I need to justify this expense by getting it working. So we're going to copy our link to Hemponics. Doot. And now we're going to throw that link in the chat here. If you want to try any of these products, or if you just want to go there and see if any of these products might interest you, feel free to check them out. And, if you want to try something, using this link will get a huge, not a huge, it'll get a nice bonus to us. We get credit for bringing you over there. And, first-time orders usually get a discount, if I remember correctly, unless they change that. And usually you get a discount for ordering multiple products. There's a lot of ways you can earn a little bit off on your purchase. Thank you so much for being part of the show. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. Sandy Squatch saying, where am I? I just see the lightning and huge storm cloud. Well, I did notice that it got strangely darker. Almost a ominous warning for someone who has to now go to the Verizon store. Anyways, we've been Johnny. You've been an audience. It's been a show. And tomorrow, it's been a good one. And tomorrow, it's going to be even better. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Wags, for blowing one last one before I can open the window. Bobby Nick from BYB. Good night, Johnny. Good night, Bobby Nick. BYB and No Filter. Quality programming. Check them out on YouTube.
Game over. Fuck. What the fucking fuck? Who the fuck is fucking? How did you do fucking fuck? Game over, man. Game over.
Is that your beak?
You wanna see my pecker?